Alright, I am here.
Welcome back, second.
Mentally is another case, but physically I am here. And we are running way late! Whoa! Okay, let's get started here. 3, 2, 1, now. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 627. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community for this week. I am Circuit Main, but I'm also joined here by my wonderful group of panelists here to also bring you the Brony community for this week. We are joined by DM21,
Hey y'all.
Tech Stallion,
Hey,
Tokoi,
Yep.
and Suki of the Taku Ascended, who is currently away at the moment or rebooting his stuff. Yes, we're here to bring you the Brony community for today, and there's Suki.
yeah, sorry. I literally just came around from the backside of the desk to hooking stuff up.
So Suki of the Taku Ascended.
Hi. That's all you missed.
But yes, we're here to bring you the Brony community for this week, and today, of course, is a special holiday here in the United States called Memorial Day. This is a day to celebrate the brave people of the military who gave their lives during both World War I and World War II, which
Among others.
among others. It mostly centered around that, but it's kind of spread out to the point where it's basically one of two big days that we use to celebrate our veterans, the people who spent several years, if not more, to keep our country safe and protected. So yeah, so that's why we have the wonderful equestrian royal guard there, and many of its forms, to give our thanks in our own small, weird, but fun way. But yes, of course, for the show today, we're going to be taking it easy. We're going to be relaxing because it is also a holiday, which means it's time to chill, time to relax, to enjoy ourselves. And what better way to do so than to enjoy some Brony video. And in this case, we're going to be going back to one of our favorite video content creators who have been working on their finale. And the finale that they're doing is it's a 5-part series split between two different creators, encompassing a wide, basically a massive thing. This is, of course, Mystery Brony Theater 4000, who is doing Whirl's Incarnation, which is going to be the finish of Mystery Brony Theater. And of course, it's being split along with Bright Idea Punny, who is also doing a kind of their side of the events. As it's going on, it's a whole big to do, and they currently released part 4 as of a few days ago. Well, a week and a half ago. And I believe that they only have one part left to finish. So I figured this would be a good time to show it off, talk a little bit about it, and get people hyped up and excited and ready for the finale, which is, of course, soon to come. And give them, plenty of opportunity to be prepared. Plus, what better way to enjoy a holiday than a little bit of a popcorn flick situation? But, of course, before we do that, we gotta warm up our vocal cords, give it a little bit of ourselves and what is going on with ourselves. And what better way to do that within a big, old, heaping, helping double dose of wub. So, I would like to ask all of you, as we do every week, what's up, bronies?
Well, over the past week, I've had to put an extra 30 miles riding a bike. Well, 10 miles actually, but hey, that's work. And I have to do it again this week. But I will have fat checks and I will be happy. Yay, 40 hours. I know I have minor complaint, but that's just what I've been dealing with.
No, at least you'll get paid for it at the end, which is pretty nice.
Yep. I'll take the money, but whenever I told my boss, yeah, I've been working in 6 days in a row now. She went, you only had 1 day off? Rattle, rattle. And went, oh. So that tells me stuff, but hey, I'll take the money and run.
Dragon Ball Daima. I actually did check that. I did finish that up when it was initially airing. I thought it was pretty good. It feels like a kind of feels like a Dragon Ball fanfic that was actually animated.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, which honestly, I think after Z, everything it kind of feels like that because we basically got 3 different offshoots if you really think about it. We got Daima, we got Super, and we have GT, and all of them have like separate stories. So at this point, it's basically a pick your poison situation.
Which is not a bad thing. I mean, some people might consider Daima more canon than anything else, and Super to follow it because, you know, Toriyama involvement.
Well, yeah, but Toriyama was also involved in Super.
I said GT. GT's the only one that he wasn't involved with, aside from designing Super Saiyan
And
4.
GT, in my opinion, is the worst out of the 3.
We'll not get into that one. That's a whole discussion. That's a different discussion for a different thing altogether here.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I got news from apparently I'm allowed to have alcohol on my medication again because it was actually a different medication that I used to take that I'm no longer taking. That was the cause for my complications while under the influence. So tonight I'm gonna crack some open after What's Up with Brony.
That's awesome. Speaking of which, I'm enjoying a nice little concoction of Fizzy Izzy on my part. Though, admittedly, maybe that's might not be the wisest choice, because I'm not gonna lie. After the show last week, it had finally occurred. We now have the roommate has left, and the Brony Show house is now just me here at the Brony Show house. Only problem is that at the same time, our temperatures went up to the 80s plus, and I think I just got bombarded with something. Because, yeah, I've just been feeling completely off, low energy, just completely out of sorts. It's really, really sucky.
Yep.
So right now, it's either a toss-up between allergies or maybe a summer cold, or maybe even both. Really, it's hard to tell. But I have been getting better, but I'm still kind of out of it, and unfortunately now I'm kind of feeling a little less with it. So maybe the alcohol, maybe the Fuzzy Izzy wasn't a great move on my part. Yeah.
It sounded like a good idea at the time to you.
Yep. So yeah, I'll say, you know what? I'm gonna put in voice text insanity. I'm gonna put a picture that basically was what I dedicated a good bit of today to. Where now my my desk space is an absolute nightmare.
Wow.
Yeah, but that is
So-
that is a nightmare I would love to have at some point.
Yeah, but that's so basically on the left is if I ever have to work from home, that's the setup. And then personal stuff is of course on the right. And I just here's the fun here's the fun part I just realized. These are the 2 monitors on the left were from a past job. I haven't used them in like a year or so. They turn on. That's the good thing. They turn on. They're good. Here's the problem. I just discovered they only connect visually via DVI or DisplayPort.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'll need an adapter.
Surprisingly limited.
Yeah, the hub, the little hub thing that I have that hooks everything over to that MacBook that's in there is
HDMI,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
it's HDMI thing. So basically, I just got I mean, that just means I gotta, like, in fact, I can order, like, I don't even need that long of a cord. I need, like, a 3-foot, DVI to HDMI.
Yeah,
So-
I actually had something similar happen with me with a big screen TV that I have downstairs and a emulation station that I'm slowly building up. I think it was a video port, a display port, and the TV also HDMI. Just got a cord that literally is it was from Walmart. It was a 3 foot video display port one end, HDMI on the other, easy plug-in.
Yeah. I mean,
But I get that.
Yeah.
I absolutely get
I mean,
that.
and especially in today's days, today's world, I mean, I can more than likely I can bring up Amazon and probably have something by the next morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, I got this cool new ballpoint mouse that I was missing from because I used to have one, but it broke during the move or some time before then, and I've been using the new one that just came in, and it's been treating me pretty nicely.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it sounds like everybody's having at least a kind of a reorganization and cleaning up of one's life and self, which is, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to re-see everything that you have and really get things together.
Yeah, because hell, I mean, part of that too was, oh god, I still got a vacuum in here.
Oh,
I gotta do that. I'm trying to decide whether I'm gonna re-straighten out the. I don't know what happened, but my chair mat that's immediately underneath me is now just. It's bunched up against the wall and shit now for some reason. I don't know how that happened. It's just, but it's also being weighed down by desks, so it's like just trying to move this thing is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Now.
I actually had a bit of a weird achievement because the roommate is finally out and I have the place to myself. I actually cleared off a spot on the kitchen counter. And I made calzones, and I had plenty of room to mess around with dough and flour instead of having to work on a little kitty corner and have flowers shoved everywhere on cups and stuff. It was nice. It was actually really surprisingly nice. The calzones were also delicious. All right. Let's see. Any other what's up, Brony, going on here? Well, a little bit of kind of a what's up, Brony. I'm going to be checking out a convention that I think is actually next week. Let me double check the dates. Just let me in already. What are you doing to me? Oh, I definitely gotta open that up for later. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, a Furality, furry online VR convention. I'm gonna be attending that this weekend. I attended it last year. I didn't do too much of it though, but now I'm gonna try to do a little bit more. And be a little bit more energetic about it, so I'm gonna be checking that out. It's gonna be really fun. So sorry, I'm obviously my brain is fuzzed up. Please bear with me. I'm gonna be checking out Virality. I got the Brony Show house to myself. I'm apparently dealing with allergies or a bug or both. I don't know which. Maybe I'm just old. Maybe old age just finally decided to slap me with a hammer or something. I don't know what's happening. I'm all right though. I think. I got booze.
We'll live.
I'm hoping I'm alive. All right. Yeah, I'm just gotta try to take it easy. Maybe I gotta start blowing up the AC a lot harder than I have been to. I don't know. Anyway, that's enough griping and groaning there. Anybody else have any other quick what's up, Brony, to throw out? All right, I'd say that's a good indication for us to go ahead and get started with our news. And of course, we're going to start off as we normally do with the pony convention scene. So we had one convention that just wrapped up. What was it? Something awesome?
Something social.
Something social, right? Yeah, they just finished wrapping up. I do not know if they're going to have any highlight videos or anything of the sort. I really hope they do. I was so busy with the impending move out and then cleaning up afterwards. Actually, you know what? I gotta admit, I had my most. I'm an adult, and I just found this exciting moment. You know, when you realize you are an adult because you did something that only an adult would find some amazing satisfaction and happiness with. In my case, I have. We all have toilets. Let's face it. We all have toilets, but I had really bad toilets where they had some really nasty hard water stains on them that I could not get to come clean for the life of me. For years, they look terrible, but they don't actually affect anything, and they're not bad. They just look horrible. But they've been there for years and years and years. I don't even remember. I almost wonder if they were there when I moved in. That's how long we've had them. But what ended up happening is I got cleaning supplies, including one that I was decided to try on a whim. And I let it just sit and soak in the toilet bowl for about an hour while I was doing general cleaning. And when I went to scrub out, and it's just like suddenly it all came flaking off, and it's just like, oh my god, my toilet is solid white. I have never seen it like this. It is such a miracle. It was such an adult achievement. It's like I cleaned my toilet and it's white. Such a stupid thing to be happy about, but I'm happy nonetheless because you know it's just one of those things, I guess. Anyway, something social. Yeah, they finished the convention. I'm hoping that they do have videos or things. I think they have a Twitch channel that would probably at least have the videos as is. But so if you missed out on it, you might be able to still catch up on some past reels. But there's hopefully next time. But what we do have coming up, we have Epona Fest that's coming up in Italy. That's just in a few short days, so that's an exciting time, especially if you are in Italy. But if you're not in Italy, there's also the Dropa Vampire Birthday Fest, which is a birthday music festival that was at first kind of a small social thing, and then it just kind of ballooned into its own little event that is going to be happening this weekend. And I'm hoping to get that to check that out too, because that sounds like fun and exciting times. Then after that, of course, the next week we have Everfree Encore, another music festival that's in Oslo, Germany. It's going to be in a big camping area. That's going to be really awesome it's going to be awesome for whoever can go there to check out. And then there's a convention that does not exist, but it's still here. There's a Pony Con that is going to be at the Festival Fantasy over in let's see, in the Czech Republic. So this is a pony thing that is in the middle of a Czech Republic thing. And of course, the Full Spectrum Fest Refractions, an online music festival, will be happening in Ponytown. That is happening the same weekend. So pretty much almost every single week, almost every single week, and has something cool coming up, and one thing that does not exist. And then we have more and more stuff coming up, but we'll get to that as we get closer. Schrodinger's Expo. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much what it is. It's Schrodinger's Expo at this point. But yeah, that is it up for the pony conventions. We are excited to announce that we're pretty much cemented for Everfree. And I am cementing plans for Ponyville Cider Fest. So I'm getting excited because I am going to be going to those two, and then it's time to plan for the next pony conventions, which may very well be HarmonyCon this year.
Our train will never end.
The train, I'll never get off the train. They're gonna have me dragging in the back. I'm just gonna be there with a tin of beans and the old gray man's beard. I'm my age. Hey, let me on the train. I'm still young and hip. Anyway, where was the Epona Fest? It's in Italy. Epona Fest is in Cremona, Italy. So zoom in. Yep. You can see it's near San Crico. And you can see it's in the Borgo Loreto region next to Marcella, which is also the Cremona region here, right here. Which you can see, boy, this is fun, isn't it? Which you can see, it is due southeast of Milano.
Milano, Italy.
Yep. And very, very north of Firenze. I also got Genova over there. And it's no.
And he's nowhere American yet.
I was gonna make a dumb joke about it being a short drive from Monaco, but I think somebody would slap me for that. It's just a short drive from Monaco.
I was gonna call up JonTron on the Magic Short Bus.
But yes, speaking of conventions, we do have some convention announcements. First off, BronyCon, the Russian Brony convention over in Moscow, it has been scheduled, which is surprising. It's going to be on the 13th and 14th of September. Of course,
I'm more surprised.
Of course, it looks like the best way to keep on tabs of it. No, leave me alone. You know what? You'll figure it out if you have a Twitter. Unfortunately, I don't.
Just use the name it goes by now because screw that man.
There's a lot going on with that, but yeah, we don't have a Twitter anymore. That's pretty much the blunt of it. But yeah, BronyCon is still happening, which is really exciting. There was some concerns that it might not happen because of other things that are happening over there, but you know, apparently it's good. Good enough, at least. But along with that, Everfree Northwest is due to come up near the end of August, and they just started to bring out the hype. They have announced Nicole Oliver as a guest, it happens quite a lot, but it's still pretty awesome to see Princess Celestia once again popping in. They have also announced comic artists Sarah Richard, Andy Price, and Tony Fleeks and Tom Zaller. They have also announced, you know what? Actually, here we go. Yeah, Tom Zaller. Here we go. The comic artist and Tony Fleeks. Very prolific artist. Tom Zaller, I've seen around a bit. I don't recall his style right off the bat, but I do believe I would recognize it if I saw it. Of course, we have Vincent Tong, who is our
5-year waifus.
He's our Featherbanks. He's the other waifu thief, but he's also Sandbar, so he's kind of a klutzy. Along with that,
the big lady, he got death by Snoo.
we also got Sarah Richard and Andy Price. These are two amazing comic artists. Andy Price, I've already talked about Andy Price till the end of time.
We are not done talking about Andy Price. He is a national treasure, protected at all cost.
Oh no, he's amazing. Sarah Richard, however, she has some amazing art if you really look into it. Some of you might remember from the comics the Cinco de Mayo figure ponies. And yes, I before anybody says anything, I get it.
Yeah, I was gonna
I was looking up Andy Price just to see if just to confirm he wasn't Canadian. after Toa said he's a national treasure.
Oh god. No, I hope he's our national treasure, because if somebody else's, that's not gonna end well.
Well, but yeah, it says he's American.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they didn't. Wikipedia doesn't say born, but he went to. Apparently, he is a graduate of Austin High School in Decatur, Alabama. So
sweet.
Still lives in Alabama. Cool.
But yeah, Sarah Richard, known for some really amazing art that I think it's kind of a watercolor denotion there. Okay, yeah. We got...
Also, the fact that Twilight Sparkle in the mask is worth so much money.
Yeah, just a lot of the art is amazing, and just having her there, which also means that you could probably get prints of some of this stuff, is going to be freaking amazing to get to.
The Day of the Dead artwork is so beautiful.
Yeah, she's an amazing artist. Andy Price is my go-to. He's my end all be all, and I'm gonna try my best to get a commission from him to pick up at Everfree. I'm not talking like a simple 10-minute face sketch. No, I want to see if I can get something really crazy out of him.
Okay, it is Sarah. I thought her full name was Samantha for a moment. Never mind.
That's Sarah. But yeah, crazy amazing art.
I'm laughing at what Short just said in the voice text insanity. Suki's got mad hacking skills.
Suki, are you gonna slice the database? Are you gonna crack it open?
I'm gonna pretend I knew anything you just said.
That's the joke. Nobody knows what I just said. It's Hollywood's attempt at trying to sound awesome.
Thanks, Shaggy.
But yes, those are the announcements so far, which means that there may be more to come in the near future. But the fact that we already got Andy Price announced is already just a woo in my book. That is such a woo for me.
Woohoo!
Alright, then,
Woohoo.
who wants to feel challenged?
Now, do you mean in regular life or just in how you do art?
Honestly, how you do art. Because the Artist Training Ground has been announced for Equestria Daily. And it looks like there's actually... I kind of was wondering about this because they announced it was going to be the same date that Cal Payne was going to be doing his Artist Training Ground for Blue Sky. But it looks like they are working together on this one. So what appears to be happening is it's going to be an alternating day situation where Cal Payne is going to be announcing a prompt for one day, and then Equestria Daily is going to be announcing a prompt for the next day, and it'll just go back and forth with central themes around specific days all the way to the end. Like the first one being a pony taking its first steps, or a pony starting a journey, the graduation on the 30th, the midpoint, and also when they do the catch-up days and things like that. So
teamwork makes the dream work.
So yep, if you wanted to if you were worried about which one you're going to participate in, it looks like you can do them both. They're both going to be happening at the same time, so both are completely available to participate and enjoy and draw.
So basically, I'm going to use this meme. Oh boy, 2 cakes!
Pretty much. Oh boy, 2 cakes. But yes, this is for anybody who is encouraged to draw. Whether you are just a basic beginner and you can barely draw stick ponies without you can barely draw stick ponies without them looking horrible, or if you're a seasoned professional that has done it for years and you just want something to cut your teeth on and maybe challenge yourself a little bit. Either way you go, any and all skills are welcome. So I do hope everybody is willing and able to participate. And I will be doing my best to participate as well this year. Alright, next! More G5 toys over in China. By Dinosaur, of course. Dinosaur has popped up some more little G5 bubbles. Or that's the best way to put them. Little balls with pony heads on them, but when you open them up, you got little pony figures with little toys inside of them. So, basically, it's Pony Pocket.
Pony Pocket, yeah.
It's basically Pony Pocket, but it looks like it comes with a figure, a little figure toy, what best way to put it. Because in this case, got a little bookshelf right there. But it also has a bunch of stickers, bracelet. So yeah, it's a little toy of plenty essentially. Which is still pretty cool. Little Pony Pocket thing going on. Oh, yeah, nothing too big to write home about, but nothing too bad either. Get a nice little middle of the road. Now, here's a mixed thing. IDW, they have announced comics. Kind of. So, it looks like ponies and comics are still happening. However, new stuff might be a little bit fewer and far than expected. Because the latest reveals from IDW are the Holiday Comic Book, the Sweetest Collection, and Friendship is Spooky. So the Sweetest Collection, of course, it says it itself in the description that it collects the Friendship is Magic 63 and 72, Friends Forever 12 and 22. Basically, comics that centered around baking, desserts, and caking. So, yes, the confectioner's delight of comics are being put together into a collection for anybody and all. The next one, of course, is the Holiday Collection, which will have a bunch of holiday specials, including Flying Reindeer, The Toy and the Mouse, and 'Twas the Night Before Heartswarming Eve. This one, I'm gonna admit, I wasn't sure if it was a compilation until I saw this image of basically Tweedledum and Tweedledum are doing another holiday toy, except this one wasn't a horrible cheap plushie knockoff. They're building a whole franchise about a friendly Wendigo that gives you gifts.
Yeah, Wendy the Wendigo, I think.
Yeah, Wendy the Wendigo.
I'm hesitant on this.
Well, these ones.
It's one of the.
I mean, it's a bunch of Wendy the Wendigo. Yeah, Wendy the Wendigo.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if I recall correctly, some of the stories from the comics for the holiday Christmas comics in particular, I didn't. Some of them I didn't.
Basically, it's a compilation of all the stories that fit in that theme. Which honestly,
oh, I know.
Yeah,
it
the
could be a fun thing just to grab, but.
The stories were kind of mixed, but they weren't bad either. And if you didn't get a chance to pick up the comics when they came out, this is a great opportunity to get them. Because of course, some of the art was done by Tony Fleeks and Andy Price. Oh, look at that! I mean, you could easily identify Andy Price's work right here in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd still say it's worth a look, especially if you just want a nice little collection of pony comics for the holiday. And of course, they also had the Friendship is Spooky, which just deals with a bunch of Friendship is Magic issues, which had our ponies dealing with more spooky things, like when they all became bat ponies for a little while.
The invasion of the body snatchers, aka the Apple.
No,
invasion.
this wasn't. No. These were just bad apples, literally, just a bunch of apples that needed to be destroyed, and they turned themselves into fruit bats to attack them. But we did get names like this is probably the saddest name for a bat pony, Twilight Sparkling. I mean, the other ones that we got
a reference to a movie that
it's still
isn't that bad. But,
no, it's bad. It's bad. It's all bad. It sucks. And considering we got Rainbow Bite, Nosferatu, Drinky Pie, and Apple Drac, Twilight Sparkling just feels. Twilight Sparkling is just as bad as Twilight Flopple. We literally did not have. There was just no good name.
Yeah.
By the way, anybody who draws Nosferatu, you immediately get a gold star.
Also, the fact that Rainbow Bite is also another reference to Rainbow Bright.
Well, that's fair enough. But yes, all of these are compilations, so IDW is still doing comics, but they're not doing anything new just yet. So, I'm bated breath on that one if they're still coming out with new stuff, or we're just going to get compilations now until until Doomsday, or they lose a license.
Well, in fairness, if they don't know what Hasbro is planning on stuff, why should they,
I'm going to leave that one alone because there's reasons they can. But I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not a business person. Instead, I'm going to talk about this 15.ai. Now, immediately we already know AI is a horrible, troublesome beast of a thing that is getting shoved down everybody's throats and will probably end up dying out as some sort of wannabe thing in a few years from now, except being in search engines. God, I hope so. But before it became a massive problem, there was a few fun things that were out there that allowed us to have a little bit of silly humor with it. And 15AI was one of those things which allowed us to do pony voice samples. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up is as much as I'm still really on the fence about using AI for anything, at least with this particular AI, I'm okay with it to an extent. Because you can tell it's AI.
I have learned all there is to know about the cheat. Now I can answer emails with boxing gloves on.
It's still janky, it's weird, it's got the static. That I'm okay with that AI, because you can tell it's AI. You immediately know it's AI. Thus, you can have fun with stupid stuff. But if somebody tries
AI doesn't get... I pray AI doesn't get too much more traction because of all the hurtful and...
It literally cannot get more traction than it has. It has gotten so... Oh, it's basically one...
I meant further in development, like not being able to distinguish real from fake even more than we have right now.
No! No! None of that.
I said more than we have.
No, just no.
Right now,
No. I get it. I don't like it. I'm just talking about 15AI. Nothing else.
Okay.
We are leaving the rest of it alone. We're gonna move on then. Wild means. So this is, speaking of people doing stupid stuff. So yeah, wild names. Fun wild names. Actually, this is really funny because this one deals with basically what happened when people found cell phones and social media. Everybody tried to become jackass. So yeah, the vlogger immediately starts to try to become more daring and doing stupid stuff in order to make their vlog more exciting. Because one person said that their blog is boring. Oh no, one person said I'm boring. I'm gonna have to change everything because one person said it. Seriously, don't read into what one or even a few people say. Do what you love. Because it's not what... Unfortunately, the problem is that there are people that really love what you say and do. It's just that unfortunately they don't say anything because they're loving what you're doing. I wish they would.
You don't always have to get a comment to know that people are enjoying your stuff.
Yeah. Just put it out there because you enjoy it. And those who enjoy it with you will enjoy it for the right reasons.
And if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you'll hate what you're doing.
Yeah. You'll hate what you're doing, or people will demand more of you, and it'll become a death spiral of stupid. There's just a lot of crap going on with that.
Until you're only known for that one specific area, and you can't branch out to any other area.
Well, I mean, look at us. We've done this for how long, and are we famous? No. Do we still do it about every Monday? Yes, because we care and we like hanging out.
I still enjoy doing it. It's my passion.
But you know what I'm getting at there a second.
Yeah, and the good thing is I'm actually feeling better in the head, so that's also a nice little bonus.
Yay, self-help.
Well, a little bit more of that and more. I think my chair is actually trying to kill me. But that's another problem. That's a problem for the other day.
That's Future Circuit's problem.
That's Future Circuit's problem. Unfortunately, Future Circuit's tomorrow. Anyway. But yeah, honestly, it is a fun little thing to check out, especially from remembering those old. Don't be. Not everybody wants a jackass duplicates. Just be yourself. But it's still a good lesson, it's message, all that fun stuff. And now, with that out of the way, it's time to go to the best part. Where we challenge people to actually be creative. To express themselves and challenge themselves in ways that only they can. We, of course, do that with our challenge of the week. And, of course, this week, our challenge by Random Spinning Wheel was... forgot to do the dishes. How could you? How could you forget to do the dishes? They're the most important thing. They got piled up in the dishwasher and in the sink and on the side of the counter. And they're 5 piles high. But along with that, there was also a protest.
Rainy.
There was also a
Come join us.
There was also a protest initiative challenge, wasn't there?
There was a what?
No, was there?
I don't know. I keep trying to say it. People keep interrupting me.
Well, you know what they say, Circuit.
What?
Try again.
I guess so. I kept trying and trying again.
God,
Whatever the schedule giveth, the dispatcher taketh away.
Wow. Wise words.
Man.
Wise, confusing words. So what
Like
was our
trains.
what was our protest initiative challenge anyway?
Our protest initiative challenge this week is The Brony Show 167. Let's change the world's incarnation. So far starts in a few minutes on your favorite Brony Show streams.
Did I what?
He does,
Did I
he
typo
does this
that?
deliberately to hurt me, doesn't he?
I
Oh. I actually thought
Rain,
I typoed
rain.
that for a minute. What? Why did you do
no,
that?
Rain.
I can't read. My eyes are painted on. No, the protest initiative challenge this week is somewhere. What is it? French fries. That's right. It's French
No,
fries.
It
last
was?
week.
No,
Oh
Stop-
shit!
Stop that!
That's
You're
right.
killing me.
you've gone too far.
The protest
You're killing
protest
me,
initiative
you
challenge
are
this week is
killing
rain.
me.
Rain.
Wait.
Let it rain on me.
Hey, Rainy.
Hi.
I would like to present Rainy as the protest initiative challenge. I didn't create Rainy, but Rainy is here, and Rainy is amazing.
Yes,
Hi.
they are.
I like coffee.
Me too.
I do too, but I think I may have been having too much of it lately.
Coffee.
20 cups, or you're not a true coffee drinker.
I had to lower it down over time because I think it's been causing massive energy crashes for me.
Oh, that started like many years ago.
Mm.
That's why I'm always tired.
Well, so for the training ground, I drew this. This was honestly this is surprising work for me because the actual sketch out I did while I was at the laundromat in over 20 minutes. I just immediately went into line arting today while I was just chilling out and coloring. I think the whole process maybe took about 2 hours. And I'm kind of proud of it in a way. Because, yep, 2 hours is not a bad amount of time for somebody who's still learning. The form looks it does look like a pony. It looks like it's running. I mean, the legs might need a little work, but it's not so bad altogether.
Not so bad.
You definitely have the running pose down. The only thing I would critique of this is you went a little anthro on the legs.
Well, I kind of had to look like it was running. I think the only thing I could think of, maybe I could have shortened the legs a little bit, but at the same time, maybe I'd actually make them fatter around the between the knee and the thigh. At least in the back leg. Definitely, I should have fattened up the back leg a little bit. I don't know. What do you think, Cole? Dust?
Hi.
I think it looks cute.
That works. But the joke kind of writes itself. You have Circuit Main running with a tub of dishes to try to get out into the rain with them because it's free water.
That's so funny enough. I went to wipe down my dashboard of my new truck in the rain. I just held the cloth out, got it wet, wiped down, held it back out, kept wiping.
See?
down.
That's method to the madness. It works.
Take your solution.
So I really feel this right now because that was my Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, but this was more of an exercise in trying to get proportions right in a quicker manner. Basically, trying to draw it and then move on, not get stuck on trying to draw the line perfectly, but trying to draw it good enough. So that's also why I probably would have redrawn that leg more than a few times the moment I saw that it was a little too thin there, but no, I just ran with it. I get the joke.
I like the detail in the teeth.
Yeah. There's lots of little bits, and I'm starting to get more and more involved. The expression, I'm starting to get a little bit better. The teeth, I'm getting a little bit better. How the hair would move as I'm moving around a little bit better. At least I'm starting to get a little more cemented on the air. They're huge, but I think I'm okay with that. Maybe I'll shrink them down a bit, actually. The horn
have
getting
always
a little
been
bit
a
better.
difficult
The
thing.
face has gotten a little bit... A lot of things have gotten better, and at least the arms and legs, you can tell they're arms and legs. They don't look like some sort of weird octopus appendage. And yeah, I get it. It looks more anthro than it should, but at the same time, yeah. I mean, the other thing I could have done is having him run with the thing of dishes on his back as he's running in pony mode, but I'm kind of trying to also make sure I'm branching out into both bipedal as well as quadrupedal.
Quadruped. Fair enough.
I know what I said. They're two massively different beasts.
Yes, they are.
Easy on him, Paul. He's drinking tonight.
And we also got Toa that did his entry.
I did a more scene thing.
Yeah, but what are we seeing?
Well, there's clearly dishes, there's me, and there's rain.
Hi.
It looks like a bit like snow.
Well, yeah, that was an interesting downpour of rain. Honestly, I wasn't sure if that was rain or not because you got like two brushes there that look like closed eyes, and then you got something that I would akin to a nose. It's like the god of rain has come. I give you my cups and saucers as tribute. Please do not flood my house.
Man, I got picked a great night to be here. I keep getting talked to.
And I forgot to move a layer on top of the darker gray, but
Oh,
happens.
is that why we got the eye thing going on? The layers are off.
Yeah, because there was a lighter gray above it.
Okay. That still doesn't explain what this thing is. The single line
Meant
going
to be
down.
lightning bolt.
It's too curvy.
It's the same color as the clouds too.
Yeah.
A lightning bolt would have worked better if you had even a slightly off color, just to. And yeah, curvy. Yeah. Lightning is usually known for being straight and crackled.
Yeah.
Though I gotta admit,
So that's not clouds. That's just meant to mean heavy rain, because heavy rain do look like that from time to time.
so is Toa just out there shouting, "Sean!
Ah!
Sean!"
Remember,
he's not
I
fine.
do a
No,
lot
no.
of this with the prompt in mind, but sometimes it's just like, okay, let's have some fun with this, because I like having interpretations.
Sean!
Yeah, he's got to find a dead body and meet a teddy bear from the television dimension.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, so those are, we also did get one other thing, but I don't exactly know what Chaos Sakai was going with this, so if anybody can suggest on this one, I would like your thoughts, because I am lost.
Is this Halloween costume ideas?
Maybe?
Okay, so I definitely am going with, like, characters, because...
Is
As-
this for the next the fighting game?
I would say so, but also it's one of those things of, why is Cole Deadpool? Cole, are you a quippy fourth wall breaker?
Yeah.
My brain is made of pudding.
Yeah, well,
Mm.
actually, he would be a perfect Deadpool, but I don't see Suki as a Dio at all. My AI...
I'm
Whoa! Oh no, we're being AI voiced.
Oh no!
What?
Wait, who's Infinity?
Who's
I
Infinity?
think a character?
Infinity's probably the bad guy
Or
that they're dealing with.
Is this for the fighting series?
This has got to be the fighting series.
if that's the case, then yeah, it makes sense because Infinity might
So is
the-
so you're gonna
be
are
the
you gonna
second to
so are you going on to Fortnite to say have Vader voice, or is so you're gonna have Vader talking about like skibbity toilets and doing horrible
And-
swear slurs and things like
I
that?
was gonna say cursing people out,
yeah,
saying
for doing it, yeah,
atrocious things about different things.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
having notes
I,
is a good for
I
that.
saw one where he was
Otherwise, you
calling
end up
people mommy.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten weird. It got really, really weird, I'm not gonna lie. So Suki, apparently you're Dio now. You're gonna be voiced by Dio. The Waddle.
Coldust is Deadpool? Is that anything different than just Ryan Reynolds?
Probably not. It's probably the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. I doubt they're gonna be pulling from like the Spider-Man Deadpool or anything else like that. Oh, that, you know what would be funny? No, you know what would be funny as hell if Coldust was actually voiced to sound like Kane from the Digital Circus.
You know, you could actually get Alex Roach to probably do that just for the lulz.
You know, he probably would. That'd be beautiful. Imagine all of these weird AI voices, and suddenly you get a perfectly voice acted Coldust.
So you want to know the funniest thing about this?
What's that?
At least 2 of the characters on here were voiced by the same person.
Yeah, I never knew Walter White could do such an amazing Luna.
For those I don't know, Terry McGinnis's VA also voiced a version of Deadpool.
Actually, which Batman am I gonna be? That's what I'm wondering. God, I want it.
The Dark Knight.
No, go for the most cut.
Brave and the Bold. Or
I would
the
like Brave.
two
I would
animated series.
personally. I think Brave and the Bold. I think Brave and the Bold would be awesome, but I would like to go just for the overdone one that everybody does. So, where's the ball? Just like
No.
You are the best animated.
oh, Kevin Conroy. Oh yeah, Kevin Conroy is a really good one. Yeah.
No, I was hoping you're gonna be Adam West.
Oh, Adam West would have been so good. Some days you just can't get rid of a pony.
By the way, I have had someone actually tell me, out of all the Batman, the Adam West Batman is the Batman that everyone thinks of that would win fights. Because
Really?
he runs on cartoon logic.
Well, technically, Brave and the Bold kind of did. But
Yeah.
Fair enough. I can see that. So, I still think that the most amazing thing is Toakoi is being voiced by Anakin. The whiniest, most sad Jedi in the world.
It's all about the sand.
I love sand. Sand is my favorite plaything.
Yeah, but it makes him a
Which-
mutant
if I could-
against everything.
Which point of Anakin? Teen Anakin, Kid Anakin, or from the animated series?
Yes.
Oh,
Get them all together. Put them all together. You just get this kid that sounds a little too teenish. Like, sorry.
Well, I thought that for the Clone Wars series, it was a different voice actor.
Yeah,
It
it was.
absolutely
Live
was.
action.
They would not.
It was.
They would not pay him to voice the entire cartoon series. No.
No.
But also, here's the there's a bit of all. I would have said, no, get Alan Tudyk. That way I can have K2SO.
All right. I just want to ask real fast just to get this cleared up and out of the way. With Lumi as Sakura, what Sakura are you referring to exactly?
Is it from Naruto or Sakura?
Oh, another one. Hold on.
No,
Let's look.
Sakura is like such a common name. It could be card captors, for all we know.
Yeah,
Sakura is such a common name. That's why I'm curious which Sakura he's referring to. And along with that, Nami. I'm actually Nami. If it's One Piece
Nami, I'm pretty sure that's One Piece.
which One Piece?
Yeah.
We have 3 different Nami One Pieces at this
Oh,
point.
no.
English.
Wait, what? Why?
3 English Namis.
Why?
Naruto. I don't know why the Sakura Naruto, but no, the Nami. We have the 4 Kids Nami, the one with the pirate rap opening. You have the Nami that is currently being dubbed now in English, and you have the Nami that is from the live action that's on Netflix.
Nobody wants live action.
But you also
Wait.
have the Japanese Nami, which would be hilarious if you actually used the Japanese person. So they're actually just in Japanese. It's a Japanese voices, but it's
Also, CMC, you forget the One Piece Netflix is actually the one that people like.
they actually
Yep.
did a decent job of it. It's
All right,
really
that is
surprising.
the only live action Netflix thing that came out good, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, so far, either the other ones you've never heard of or are so bad that they've been panned forever. Cowboy Bebop.
Death Note.
Cowboy Bebop and
Death
Dragon
Note.
Ball.
Did they do Dragon Ball?
No, Dragon Ball was completely different. You're thinking
It was the
Death
movie.
Note.
Was
Okay.
which group did the Dragon Ball then?
That was a
It would have been the original TV. So
No,
it
no,
would
no,
have
no,
been
no,
the
no,
later
no,
one.
I can't.
Evolution.
It was no. The Evolution was done by a movie studio. I can't remember which, but it was well before Netflix was even a thing. Or I think Netflix was
Oh.
actually still DVDs in your mailbox.
No, I
So,
thought that-
guys, I just realized Infinity, that's the Taraga that I talked to.
Right. But still, yeah.
But
I think-
okay. But I will. Okay, I always have to say this. No matter how terrible everything about the Netflix Death Note was, they got one thing incredibly right. That was Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, true.
That's the kid. There's always the silver lining to the turd.
Actually, I think that's the weird thing to every weird anime, real life anime that they make on Netflix. Even if they botch, they always get something right, but it's not the good. It's not the best part of it. It's just one thing. Like the Cowboy Bebop, the one thing they somehow got right was right at the end with whoever was I forgot her name now. All of a sudden, the hacker. Ed. They got Ed's character at spot on, which, considering they botched everybody else's character, was like grating cheese. It was terrible, but she was spot on.
Yeah, and that kind of annoyed people.
Of course, it annoyed people because they got everything else wrong. When you literally throw away everything that the characters were, but you bring one character back exactly as they would be, that's messed up. Anyway, we obviously went way off rails here, so let's go ahead and move on. This is the kind of stuff we need
off rails on the crazy train here.
But yeah, a couple of other things that we did have pop out here. Deathlight's unfortunately not here to talk about this. But we had an awesome little rendition of his zebra character that was done.
Nice.
Yeah.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, really sweet and awesome stuff there. And another thing, and some of you might be wondering, well, why in the world did I only spend a few hours during the circuit? Well, I was also pushing the envelope on my skills with this. A sleeping rainbow dash.
Sleepy dash.
This one took several hours. But yeah, the face, the positioning, making sure that the table. I was practicing shadowing on this one, which I may have overdone it a little bit, I admit. Well, I overdid it in some extent. I think I did really, really well in regards to the latent shadow into the initial shadows from the first body parts, and the darker shadows I kind of got right in some cases, but in other cases I didn't. I did not blur there at all. That is completely messed up. The hair, yeah, I kind of got the hair slightly off. I really could have curved that better. Made that look a little bit better there. Actually, I think I did a lot better with the hair on the tail than I did with the head. To an extent, yeah. But yeah, no, I was practicing a lot of more of positioning, shading, things like that, trying to get more detail and action moving with the characters, trying to get them to look like characters, I guess would be the best way to put it.
Existing in a 3D space.
Existing in a 3D space and actually looking like they would actually be there instead of just some sort of randomly colored cell shade that you would find on somebody's mother's refrigerator. Yep, I'm basically trying to graduate myself. So yeah, I still got a lot to learn in regards to how shading actually works, but I at least got the general idea of how to shade down, which is good at least. So now it's actually getting down to making the shades look appropriate for where the light is supposed to be and how they should reflect on the character. So a lot of work ready to go on that. But yeah, that was the big thing I was working on. And with that out of the way, it is time to go to our picker wheel. That's right.
Woo.
So it's time to pull our random choice, our random chance, and our random opportunity. This is our picker wheel that we use for our challenges of the week. Everybody is allowed one entry. Any entry that they want, you are allowed as long as it's PG-13. Please keep it civil. But you are allowed to put in whatever you want as a prompt. And just a reminder that anybody and everybody is welcome to participate. The only thing that we ask is to be creative in whatever way you want to be creative. Art, music, stories, poems, interpretive dancing, clay models, burning a bunch of toys and calling it art, however you want to do it. Suki, he wanted Suki to be Frankie from One Piece. Oh, the same English voice actor for Frankie does Dio. I see.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but I have to double down. We need Rain again in here.
Rain? Okay. We got Rain in here again.
Well, it was technically a protest one, not the actual one.
That's why I didn't say no. I'm not saying no.
I mean, it is a slim chance that it picks it, but...
Yeah, and the more entries we get, the slimmer it gets.
So I'm not worried. I just thought it'd be funny to say, hey, there's a chance it could be 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, you never know.
So, reminder: everybody gets one prompt. We're waiting out for anybody else who wants to jump in. We got 5 entries so far. So it's good opportunities for those who have already entered, but there's also good opportunities if you enter now too.
You know what? Fuck it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
We're in for it.
Yeah.
This is all your fault.
Chaos Sakai. Oh wow, Chaos Sakai's got a really specific one. When you first find out what your favorite song is actually about.
Ooh.
Oh, that is such a prompt. Toa is an Orbot from Vectorman. Oh my. Oh. Ponyman 64. I love and hate you at the same time.
Yes.
Circuit, you missed Suki's in the chat there, just above.
Oh right, yeah. When you find, yeah, I thought I saw a prompt pop up there, and then yeah, Chaos Sakai jumped in. When you try to hack the planet, but all you get is the English channel. Oh, I can just imagine it. Okay, I got through the firewalls. I bypassed the security ops. I've gone through the port, and I'm in. Hello, are you being served? No, I got the are you being served station.
I was thinking the actual body of water because you're hacking the planet.
Oh, the actual, but all you get is the English channel. I'm in. Just suddenly a gushing of water into your face. I love it.
I rain on your parade.
Oh, the actual rain on
Just
the parade.
drain the English channel. I'm sure it'll all be good.
It'll be fine. They got plenty of water, right?
Nope. Denied.
No, please, no! Oh, I don't know which is. Oh.
Yeah.
Rain!
Destiny. Destiny.
He said it was a slim chance that somehow he pulled it off. So, apparently, next week's challenge officially is rain. So, do we want the protest
was
challenge to be
great.
forgetting the dishes just for giggles, or what do we got for a
Or
protest?
are we
challenge?
going with what Cole stated earlier
He actually,
this night?
Oh yeah, he did say something. Well, I guess it's up to Coal Dust.
I forgot what I stated earlier. What was it?
It was laying on the floor.
That's
or
right.
something
You
like
know
that.
what? Yeah, that's good. Let's go. The only other idea I had was dress.
Dresses are nice.
You know,
Dresses are nice.
With,
And I mean,
with,
remember, even though it says rain, that's it. That's open for interpretation.
True.
It really
I
is.
do like laying on the floor though.
I don't know, laying on the floor in rain. I'm just imagining somebody just laying there while rain is out pelting outside their window, just kind of in that zen moment. And you're listening to that 80s song, and you realize, oh wait a minute, this is about driving a school bus into the school.
Oh,
There was a person who I worked with who told me that they liked rainy days because their mom would take them. The parking lot.
Why, computer? Why?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Oh, perfect.
Dang it, computer!
it was meant to be.
Anyways,
they
you were
said that-
saying.
They said that
fated.
their mom would take them to a parking lot to like lay there and watch the rain, which is bizarre but also kind of pretty, I guess.
It definitely has its mix. I can see it being I could kind of seeing it being that weird wholesome thing that you just have that moment. Because I actually remember jumping into my dad's truck on rainy days just to watch the rain on the windshield in the small truck. And then trying to ignore the fact that I'm pretty sure there was a porn magazine stashed in the glove compartment.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I will say I do really like rainy days personally. It is like one of my favorite vibes is just a nice lightly rainy day. Not heavy. Don't like heavy rain. That makes me think of the floods.
You're not gonna like that.
I just had a really weird memory unlock there. You know,
Okay.
one of those things where your mind is just wandering for a moment and you just suddenly like, oh yeah.
I remember where the keys are.
I remember where the keys are now. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to describe. You're just not. You're not really thinking about. You just suddenly have a core memory unlocking. Like, oh, wow! I was really screwed up, wasn't it? Or, oh yeah, we did
Oh
have that
God,
weird
Barney was a dinosaur.
I am an asshole.
Actually, that is sometimes that is one of them. That is one of them. Just like, oh, I am an asshole. All right, so of course we're going to start off with Whirl's Incarnation, and we're going to be talking about this now. To start, we're going to start off a little pretense, I suppose, would be the best way to put it. I'm going to grab their Facebook. We'll start off with their Facebook to talk about this because honestly, I feel bad for Mr. Brony Theater. They've done some amazing things, but they've also been such a mixed bag of problems because of their things. Wait, why is one of these 30? Oh, wow, that is 30 minutes, but that one is, wow. Okay, sorry, just brain hemorrhage here. So, the big thing is that Brony Mystery Theater kind of did the same exact thing as Mystery Science Theater 3000, where they took old MLP episodes and they riffed on them. Classic, fun stuff. You get to have a little bit of silliness going on, and it's a good time for all. Except for the copyright holders that apparently like to lord over people's expression of their content with a pitchfork knife and threats of violence with hired goons. Before goons became a different kind of word. Essentially, a lot of their content got tagged on YouTube for copyright, and it became harder and harder to find. They did try to edit some of it, but what they ended up doing, and why we were on their Facebook page, is they uploaded a lot of them onto Facebook, which at the time, and hopefully still, did not have the same issues. So I think a lot of the videos are still here and available to be watched. I personally downloaded all of them a long time ago, and I have them in archive because I think it's really awesome. I don't want this stuff to vanish, just because somebody decides to be some corporations, which I understand that they are just protecting their stuff, is still being jerkish and not finding a happy middle ground for everybody.
Also,
the one thing I would like to say is one potential thing that they could do if they want to continue riffing on old pony content and not deal with all their stuff being taken down is they could go about it in the riff tracks method, where they record the riff tracks as a separate thing that you can play over the original content. So all you gotta do is, like, whoever wants to watch can find the movie and then just play the two at the same time. Just saying.
That is
Riff
definitely
Tracks figured this out a while ago. You can do it.
Yeah,
that is definitely an option, and they might be.
Videos is something they've made and done, and they don't have an easy way of separating the audio.
Yeah, plus
Yeah,
they
it's a
also
hard
have
process.
animated skits with them too, which it's kind of a weird, complicated thing. And the problem is, I don't think
see.
it may also be a situation where they might just be ready to move on, because if you also look at some of the videos that they have uploaded here, they're like 8 years, 9 years. I think I saw an
Yeah,
11.
a lot of work goes into these.
Oh yeah.
10 years, 11 years. They've been doing this for a long time, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were just like, we want to send this off properly, but we're also ready to go on and do other things at this point.
Yeah, because
Which I
right
can
now,
understand and appreciate.
yeah, right now the current project that they have is known as Ants, and they do that, I think, Sundays.
Yep, they do Ants, another nerdy talk show every Sunday. If you're on the Discord, they announce about it.
I used to be able to
Mhm.
join their shows until a close friend of mine brought attention to me, something that I thought I would enjoy on Sundays, and I do that now with my other group of friends I hang out with, so sorry about that shade.
Yeah.
That happens, man.
Well, any
Yeah.
case, so I wanted to give everybody a bit of a rundown of Mr. Brony Theater. If you weren't aware of them, please be sure to check them out. I'm hoping that at least that maybe they'll upload their content onto other places other than Facebook, like maybe PonyTube. Maybe I should reach out to them and ask about that. That might be an interesting thing to do. Just to make sure it is available for people for the future, since I don't think they're going to maintain their stuff after they're done altogether. But still, they're doing a really big send-off, and the way they're sending it off is actually quite spectacular, because Whirl's Incarnation is not only doing videos on their side of things with Mystery Brony Theater 4000, also still on YouTube, I might add, but they have also tied together with Bright Idea, who is using her pony version, who's using Ponified Friends along with her to basically do kind of a half and half situation where while something is going on with that one group, the other group is also having something happening on their side, and eventually it's all going to tie together. So it is, even though it's at part 4, it's 8 videos so far, with 2 more left to come. So really quickly, we're going to switch ourselves off onto a desktop portion here, because I need to give myself a little bit of time to reorganize our windows here, make sure everything is all set up for our video segment.
Yeah, get everyone on the call over to the SciTube.
Yep.
Yep.
So this is all going to be on the SciTube. We are still going to follow our normal video rules, so we will not watch all of this in full, mostly because it'll be impossible. Some of these videos are just about 8 to 10 minutes long, but others are half an hour long. And like I said, there's 8 of them. So we could easily go 2+ hours without trying. We can't do that. We love you guys too much.
Also, remember, support the original creators. We are, at this point, with our video segment, merely archivists showing what we have found.
Yeah, we're kind of like advertisers for these creators now, not.
Yeah, just a reminder. We this is why we only show a portion of these. We want you to go to the people that make these. We want you to go to the creators, give them thumbs up, give them subscriptions, give them comments, give them love, because the more that they know that you love their content and you let them know this, the more they will want to and are willing to create more. Yes, it's always going to be a thing of passion and love, but the more that people are aware how much their content is being enjoyed, the more that people can really, it makes it easier. I like learning how to draw ponies. I'm drawing ponies constantly. SciTube, actually, CYTUBE. By the way, it's White Phoenix. It's a video sharing site. But yeah, the more content that, you know, I like arting ponies. I like learning how to art, but I'm doing it for my own creative purposes. But I gotta admit, when a couple of my creations suddenly got loved and followed by like a lot of people, it kind of spooked the hell out of me. But it was also pretty awesome too. It's just like, holy crap! Close. There's no I. That's okay. No, nobody knows how to spell.
Eyes.
There are 24 eyes in the sea. Anyway,
Yeah.
here we are. We're gonna start off with the Mystery Brony Theater side of Whirl's Incarnation Part 1. And once again, we're not gonna do the full thing. We're just gonna check out tidbits, and parts of it.
This is going to encourage me to watch them tomorrow.
Yeah, this is the point. I want to encourage everybody to watch all of the parts so far, get excited for the finale, and maybe even see their older stuff too.
Well, also, you gotta remember, the somewhat proper way to have this is if you have it side by side. Right, like synced up to when stuff is going on.
It's one way to do it, but it's really hard to sync it up like that.
I can't come in right now.
I don't care. We need you at the theater tonight.
I am at a concert in a costume, and I have friends with me. In fact, he's waiting for me to finish here.
I don't care if you're having tea with a cat on the planet Mars. We need you to get over here now.
Is it really that important?
Yes, Cruiser. Finster's orders.
I hate it when these personal obligations pop up. Hey, Doc, I need to talk to you.
Yeah, the sad part is, I actually know so many people that live like that, where they're trying to do something and suddenly, we need you at work. It's like, oh crap.
Hey, Zach. What's up?
Hey, do you know why we... What's with the getup?
I was at Villainstock, okay?
Where?
It's a concert. It's always a concert. I'm the music pony.
Well, music pony. How about you just calm the hell down?
All right. But music is important.
What is with
Out
that?
of costume before Evan gets here and makes a big deal about it.
Yeah, that's probably best. It's bad enough I had to leave the show. The last thing I need is for that idiot to make things worse.
I wonder why we were called here on our day off.
All right, I'm here. So where's all the mayors? What the hell is going on? Miss Biz said there would be mayors.
Well, we now know how she got you here.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, god damn it!
Does any pony know why it was so important for us to come here?
It had better be good. It's already bad enough I had to skip roleplay night because apparently some pony grabbed the last
Well,
green-haired
SciTube is
skeleton
pretty
costume at the
simple.
master at the costume shop.
You can create a channel if you want, but you can also join in
Way too
other
many
channels.
questions are being
You
raised
just
right now.
paste
Maybe they're gonna send us
YouTube
home.
links
I
into
hope
a
so. Then we
playlist, and it'll
finally
just
get
go
out of
through
this
them one by
hell.
one.
I doubt that. Also, Ponyville is not hell.
Yes, it is, Cruiser. I miss being human. I miss driving. I miss my family, and I miss my hands.
Well, excuse me for not... What the heck was that?
Tis the call of a dead being.
But anyway, excuse me for not knowing what it's like to be human, but from what I've seen, you've been doing just fine here.
Well, yeah, but I would rather be with my family.
And my girlfriend.
Okay, I get it. You both have been here for a long time. Fitting in has
11
not been
years.
easy.
I'm pretty sure she moved on.
I'd be missing my loved ones too by this point. However, while I know you both really want to go home badly, I highly doubt this is the last session.
Congratulations, boys. I'm happy to announce that tonight is your last session.
See, guys, I know life can be unfair, but the truth of the matter is that tonight is our last session. Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Surprised reaction?
Yep, you did it, boys. It's time to celebrate and rejoice this momentous occasion.
Congratulations! We thank you for choosing the Ponyville Theater of Friendship to host your event.
Okay, really quick, just to pause. I really love how you can actually see different Ponified movie posters all throughout the backgrounds in all of these.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that they have them uploaded in archive somewhere.
Oh, you
Yada,
good
yada,
stallions.
Here's a free cupcake. Don't forget to fill out the optional survey. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find some
I
new
did
employees
submit
on
like a
stable lists.
bicentennial
Hold the
phony.
phone. You're telling us that after tonight, we're done?
Yes, indeed.
No catch?
No catch.
Absolutely none.
None.
Am I awake right now?
5-hour energy be damned.
What is that?
The reason I can no longer sleep.
Look, rubber chicken.
Tonight is your last session. Now, I know you probably want to get things done fast, so I'll just go get things ready.
Holy fuck! This is happening. We're actually going back. I'm leaving this stupid dimension.
But what about Hoofrock?
What about Hoofrock? You got a dragon.
He can only do sound.
Shut up. This is a happy moment for us. Stop trying to ruin the happy moment, Buzz Killington.
Is that a rapper?
Guys, hold on. Something doesn't add up.
Zach, if you bring math into this, it's going to get more complicated.
Vincer said this was our last session, right?
Yeah, so?
So, do you not remember what Whirl warned us about?
They aren't going to live up to their promises, nor do they plan to send you back to your dimension. They're slowly torturing you mentally without you even realizing it.
And yet they don't have them working at McDonald's. That would have been such an
Well,
easy
you
way
two
to
have
do
your
it.
little D&D session. I gotta cancel my date. Hello, Treble.
Well, I don't know what D&D is. But are you saying that Whirl lied to us?
That might be the case.
Then why did she warn us about all of this in the first place? Is she really from the human world, or just a pony from this dimension?
I don't know. I mean, unlike her, Vincer isn't making us rewatch anything again.
Okay, so for tonight's assignment, I just need you to rewatch a couple of things again.
Yes, basically I'm an alien.
Okay, now I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I know I said there wouldn't be a catch. This kind of is one. I'm sorry, I was all over the place.
Alright, bye. So, now she knows I'm a creature from another dimension.
How did she react?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Oh, okay, you know what? No.
What was all that text?
Hold on.
Wouldn't be a
Okay.
catch. This kind of is
Play?
one. I'm sorry, I was all over the place.
General rule of comedy.
So, now
things
she knows I'm
exploding,
a
instantly
creature
funny.
from another
I know on YouTube
Okay, keep
yourself,
going. I'll tell you when to
itself,
stop.
you can use the caret buttons to move frame by
Pressure
frame.
beer.
I don't know if that works on SciTube.
Nope. Wait, yeah, it does.
Just hit play and wait till
Hold on,
she's
hold on,
on
hold on.
screen.
Stop,
Where's
stop.
your beard?
Anyway.
Like her, Vincer isn't making us rewatch anything again.
Okay, so for tonight's assignment, I just need you to rewatch a couple of things again.
Yes, basically I'm an alien.
Okay, now I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I know I said there wouldn't be a catch. This kind of is one. I'm sorry, I was all over the place.
Alright, bye. So, now she knows I'm a creature from another dimension.
How did she react?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I actually have to
I
look
think
at
it wanted-
Discord to see this.
Yeah, probably.
This was the actual reason we broke up. Oh god. Oh look, it's
What?
Let's address this.
Let's
on
address
this-
this on Dean's face. Sorry. I edited this video at a different time when Treble and I were dating, and while I did want to remove this scene, it was just too damn funny. I'm sorry. For the record, we are still friends. I did ask her for permission to keep this joke in. She kindly said yes on the grounds that it was fucking hilarious. Side note, I hope you're doing well, Treble. Thank you for being a good sport and letting me keep this in. Also, nice work pausing at the right moment. You won a prize, and that prize is squat. If you saw this text, write, I won squat in the comments below.
You know what? Challenge initiated. Challenge initiated. We're gonna do this right here. We're gonna do this right now.
Do the Brony Show account.
Of course, I'm doing it on the Brony Show account. I'm too lazy to sign into anything else. All right. Okay. All right. Now you can't see it. Hold on. There you go. There you go. You can see it right here. I won squat. There we go. And I even put.
I love it. You have a comment from a year ago on the same account.
Hold on, right there, right there. I think that's Treble down below.
Yeah, I think it is, but that's so fun. That's great now. That basically is like taking a year later, and you just now find this joke.
1 year later, you know what? If it also means I rewatch this again, so you know what? I'll take that. I will absolutely take.
Hold on, come on with that 1 year thing. What's the actual date on it?
I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. I'm looking it up. Why are you making me look this up? You know, I'm actually not gonna look it up. You figure it out if you really want to know.
No, it doesn't say so on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure it's when we. I'm pretty sure it's when we first talked about this.
At least on mobile.
Yeah, probably.
Evan, where's your beard?
Anyway, we just need you to rewatch some stuff just to keep the commentator voices consistent, because, you know, it'd be weird if someone looked back at the older ones and they heard someone's voice going like, and now they sound like, it's the little things. We just want to avoid the little nitpicks, you know what I'm saying? Did you see how our last movie went? Weird.
And exactly how many times did you want us to watch these?
As many times as I say! Sorry. I just got out of a bad meeting. I gave them all these cartoon pitches and they didn't really like them. Well, I mean, they like this one, but honestly, I just pulled it out of my ass.
What is that, like a documentary or something?
Okay. Okay. I like the joke. The funny thing is that, G5. You know what? Never mind.
Or why not?
No,
Anyway,
it's funny in retrospect.
Questions asked.
Yeah, guys, don't ask questions. The faster we get this done, the faster we
Yeah,
can
you also gotta,
So,
like you said,
what
this
are
was
we watching
recorded
again
well earlier than it was published.
Princess Promenade.
Wait, which one was that?
Was that the one where Ace and Bonbon go bike riding on their first date?
There's an episode like that? Holy shit, I didn't know Ace was such a player.
No, it's the one where...
Did they go all the way and play a game of checkers?
It's the first movie you ever saw!
Can we get one more?
The one with the heads.
Son of a bitch!
Now that that's been established, let's get in there and record some audio.
The one with the
Okay.
heads.
I'll get the good wine.
And we
Zach,
had
you
two
get the good
reactions.
cheese, and
Son of a
Peter, you get the
bitches,
slightly
yay.
good crackers.
Why?
Because the cheese and crackers make the wine go down easier.
Yeah, we cannot watch this sober again. Even though this is just sparkling cider.
Wait. So, does this mean Whirl wasn't lying?
At this point, I don't know.
Look, regardless of what happens next, the only way to find out is to finish our job. So let's get in there and do the job. We'll see where we go from there.
Huh. The white bastard's actually right for once.
Yeah.
By the way, get off of Adobe if you're still on it. Seriously, get off of it. They're increasing the price in a month, and they're also doing it to justify AI. Run.
Deja vu. I've just been in this place before.
What are we looking at?
Liz!
We'll do a little bit of this, and then we'll
Flower
go to the next
ponies.
part one.
Oh, actually, we could go to
Yeah,
the...
I'm wondering, how do we have a crossover
Look at all the
between
kid-
everything?
Okay, so what the heck is a princess?
Is that later in this
Promenade
30
or
minutes?
It's pronounced promenade.
Yes
We're
and
just gonna
no.
Get that out of the way.
Promenade a brand of lemonade?
We brought it up, baby.
Yeah, I don't remember what this is about, honestly.
The
Oh, what the
crossover.
hell is that? Oh, I remember her. What the?
But yeah, we're not gonna go
this?
too far into this
It is
just because
Princess
we're not
Promenade
dancing with this
Cruiser.
crap
Welcome
either.
to the nightmare that we.
Actually, you know what? No. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. Let's see. I think I still have those. Yes. Curtains. There we go.
Yay! My curtains come into play!
We were living years and years ago.
Oh,
To this day,
wow.
Zach and me still have the PTSD.
It's been a long time since we used those.
I know, right?
Music Cruiser.
Well, I mean, we got so used to cutting content, cutting videos down, so we weren't playing the whole thing. It wasn't necessary anymore.
That, and also we haven't really been using copyrighted stuff. This is
Well,
copyrighted.
especially that, but YouTube is so much fun. This isn't gonna do squat for it. It's just more for F flavor at this point.
Damn dirty elves.
Oh my god.
Yeah, YouTube is so trigger
By the way,
happy.
I'm still proud of those curtains, mainly because it's a nice little short gag.
Yes, these are the breezies. Oh my god.
Not enough Welsh
Everything I
accent
dream
for
of
my
at
liking.
night. I'm not gonna elaborate if that's a nightmare or just a regular dream.
Yeah, this is what Alice was gonna turn into if she kept drinking from the bottle.
I'm sorry, but they dropped the bag. How did it end up in a line?
Very carefully.
It's all fun and games until they summon the masker.
Praise be to Manos.
Enough to make you ask questions.
Seriously, the reason that I'm allowing talking over this is you really want to hear these comments for yourself. They're funny. They're good,
Also,
funny
the
comments.
Doctor Who joke.
They're gone. Time to hit the scotch.
Trying to hit the drug flowers.
Zippy, yes!
Oh no. No.
What?
No. no, not this.
Oh god, the ugly
okay,
faces.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna immediately skip out from here. So they do the rest of the Princess Promenade. They have 2 different sections, and later on near the end of the video,
You two
We have this.
are the biggest wimps.
You can't help it. That was too disorienting.
Whatever, dude.
Oh, well, look who decided to crash the party tonight.
Hey guys, how are you 3 doing?
Oh, good, because this is exactly who I wanted to
Oh,
see.
hey,
tonight.
Duostinator and his wife.
anyway,
That's a
we're gonna
cute
pause it
Toronto
right
seat.
there because
Oh, that's a llama.
this is the perfect time to swap over to the other side of part 1. But yeah, the also big reason we're skipping a lot of this is we already showed a lot of this over a year ago on the Brony show. We just didn't do part 2, 3, or 4. But I figure a refresh is still good here. Because this is all good stuff.
And here's your bottle of stone polish, guaranteed to make that coat look crystal clear.
Thank you, Bright. This stuff is hard to find outside the Crystal Empire.
My pawn shop promises to bring a little shine to your face or your money back. So, Arya, why are you in Ponyville
Oh,
anyway?
pawn shop.
Are you vacationing from the Crystal Empire?
Yeah,
I always thought she
visit
said
Ponyville
pawn
often
shop.
to see my family. I'm staying with them at their house in the
Oh,
outskirts
that's what I
of
heard
town.
at first,
I
too.
just need to wait for them to return from Canterlot, I believe, tomorrow. It's also pretty peaceful here.
It sure is. I really like getting customers from afar.
Overall, I love coming back when I can, even if it's a bit of a train ride. Anyways, I'm sorry to cut things short, but I got some reading to do. See you later!
Phew, it sure has been quite the day. Well, the store is closed, the rain's gone, I can see clearly now, and the night is still young. Which means it's the perfect time to call up some friends for a night at the movies.
Hello?
Hey, Springheart, my one and only llama friend who does videos, art, and some third thing.
Llama.
How are you?
Advertising!
Some third thing!
Who is this now?
I wanted to see if you'd be interested in...
No, seriously, who is this?
Come on, you know me. Bright idea? The Princess of Puns? I've cameoed in numerous videos. Halloween 2017, I was the lamp.
Oh, yeah! It took us forever to get that lampshade off of you. How you doing?
I've been fine. I run my own store now. It's been a whole lot of fun.
What?
Anyway, I was planning on going to the movies tonight. You want to come?
Depends. What's planned?
I have no idea. I thought we'd just wing it.
Seriously. Well, let me get this straight.
That's
You wanna go
hazardous
to the
these
movies and
days.
just see what's playing close to the time.
I don't know. I mean, there's... Yeah, actually, it's really hazardous because it's either going to be Schlock or Lilo and Stitch. Remember, everybody... Oh, no, I'm not going to make the joke. Sorry. Spoil it for yourself.
Let's not date ourselves too much there, man.
No, just spoil it for yourself.
Nope, I've got another pony in mind.
I already spoiled myself.
So, let me get
I
this
did
straight.
not like what I heard.
You're inviting me to go to the movies with you and Springheart tonight.
Yeah,
And you have no idea what we're even going to be seeing.
Yep. We plan to see whatever is close to the time we get there. Are you in?
Sure, why not? Just tell me where you.
You know what? I would like to do that sometime. Just go to a movie theater, no clue what's happening, what's playing. Just grab whatever is closest to the time I get there and just see what it is.
So, like I said, just tell me where you'd like to meet up, and I can walk the 3 of us to the Canterlot Cinema.
No, it's fine. The prices are cheaper at the Ponyville Theater of Friendship. I mean, where else are you going to get a bag of popcorn for less than 12 bits? Right.
The last time I went to that theater, I ended up passed out, locked in a closet, hit with a broom twice, and because of those 3 idiots that work there, I can't go out in public without some pony saying, "Hey look, it's the editor, he's British," at every turn I make.
But, editor, you are British.
That's beside the point. Look, I just feel more comfortable going to the Canterlot Cinema.
Baby, you do know that the Canterlot Cinema has been closed for construction these last couple of months, right?
What?
Yeah, they had to redo the lobby after the incident occurred.
What incident?
Not quite sure, actually. I think it involved Yugi Brony and some chubby red dragon with orange eyes and some lasers. I don't know. Lasers were definitely involved, though.
You know, the funny thing about all of this is if you really look into it, there's such a history and culture of the Brony community that it is complete nuts that there's a Yugi Brony.
Was that in reference to another part of the other group, or was that yet another group?
I don't know! I don't know! I think
No,
it might
that's
be
yet another group, because remember, this is still the Rift Cafe time.
The war runs deep.
But there is later. I mean, you do look at even search Yugi Brony, and you got immediately Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Corner, Dual Yugi Brony versus Ripple Effect. So yeah, I don't know.
Aren't there any other cinemas open
Actually,
in the area?
I'm actually gonna do a little digging for giggles. Give me a sec.
Are you sure?
Damn it, just go to the theater in Ponyville. I mean, the last time you were there, you didn't have magic. Now you do. Just use that if things get crazy.
Ooh, you know what I should check out? I should check out this Brony show that's showing on YouTube right now. That looks like fun.
Tickets to the next show, please.
You should do it, Circuit. It's worth your time.
Absolutely.
Ooh, sounds like a foreign film.
Oh man, this is. Oh no, no! Don't tell me you fell down this well.
Every time I pass by this place, it always
Actually,
seems
is
to be
this a
empty.
well or is this? Oh dang. So I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if this is Yugi Brony or just somebody that happened to have a video based on them. But they're doing the stupid commenter thing where they got like the little thumbnail of them in the corner of an entire video that somebody else made, just making comments on it. You know that crap. The thing we're trying to avoid.
This place still stays afloat.
The
So-
same way Bright's Punch Shop does.
Yeah,
What
like
can I
there's
say?
there
It's the
are
comedy
some of
bits
those
that
people
pay
that
my
I actually
bills.
enjoy watching for certain things. Like
Getting the feeling I'm gonna be
Like,
hearing puns all night.
there,
That's
like
the
there's a guy
spirit.
there's a guy that's
Seriously, how does
actually
this place
a
stay
high school
afloat?
history teacher. That he full on stops every so often and like will basically spend a few minutes talk like putting historical
Hey guys,
context.
how are you three doing?
Yeah, no, this is so worse. They don't even have a link to the original content.
Who are these guys?
Hi, Bright. Oh, that's just lazy, beyond lazy.
You know it.
That's terrible.
She hasn't told us yet. She wants it to be a surprise.
Seriously, would someone like to introduce me, or am I gonna be standing here awkwardly?
Oh, hey.
I swear, I just need to.
Wait a minute.
Actually, I wonder if this is
Feels like
Yugi
that one
Brony,
character we came
but
up
it
with.
looks like all of the pony stuff is gone. So
Yeah,
I'm
remember
just
that
curious.
OC we made that liked the lemons and could
Well,
breathe
it might not be
fire?
him too. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, the fire-breathing alpaca.
Llama?
You look like a giraffe.
A giraffe? Wow.
But yeah, you can see there's
hate
the
them
link up right
already.
there. We're gonna pause it right there for the moment.
I hate them already.
Yeah, there's only a few minutes left, but we should have paused this a while ago. But you can see this is a
Yeah,
link
that's
up. This
good.
is
I hate them already.
Bright side is more story focused than the other side.
You want to bet?
I
Depends on your
know
point of view.
the next bits, but you know what I mean.
The first part maybe, but let's give this the next part a whirl.
Whee!
Yeah,
Give it
yeah.
a whirl then.
I did it on purpose. I did the joke on purpose.
And I just went with the fun.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, I stand horribly corrected in the worst way possible, but we'll get to that in a moment. So here's a little bit of part 2.
Who's this nerd? Get out of the way. What are we watching?
Looks like from somewhere where the zip code is EIEIO.
Hey, Mr. Incredible! It's Mr. Incredible! Why does he have a cape? No capes, Edna said. What are we watching? What is this?
Oh no! It's the worst thing possible.
No,
it's a
I've seen much worse, but this is gonna be pretty bad.
Establishing shot.
Jesus, okay, there's music.
Is this the newest Equestria Girl movie?
Maybe. This is Gen 4.
Yeah, it is.
This is Gen 4. This is Gen 4.
It is. Wait, what was that?
Did you see that in the back?
What was that?
What was that in the back?
Nothing could possibly go wrong now.
What is this going? And what the
God.
fuck is this?
Yeah,
Nightmare
there it
fuel.
is.
Hey, the world's biggest
No, it's
tea
not.
party was worse than this.
No, you're not. The legs! What's with her hind legs?
I really wonder how in the world they balance this, because this just feels like such a nightmare.
Oh, it looks incredibly
This
good.
suit was made for someone a little shorter.
They must have practiced a whole shit ton.
Yeah, the front legs are where it is, but oh god.
It's Gen 4, that's what I gotta say!
And this is one real
It's either
weird
dream
live
come
action
true or a
adaptation,
nightmare.
I tell ya.
Okay. Ah, we're the only ponies here?
I feel sorry for the suit performers, especially out in the heat like that.
Takes
For good
dedication,
reason,
though.
apparently.
They needed to get paid more.
Oh, it's the
Who knows how much they got paid to begin with? They may have got paid a lot.
They got paid they got paid with experience, which is the worst kind of payment.
Oh god.
We're a team?
Yeah, the experience is never to go without an actual paycheck.
Yeah, we're all a team. Zach, give us a team name.
Team Dynamite.
Team Dynamite.
No wait, I got a better one.
What?
Team Zach.
Team Zach. Hashtag Zach's tag.
Team Zach, go.
Did I hear no?
I gotta get my emergency stash of Coke.
I think so.
It'll work.
Oh, wait, is this whole hour-long video just this? Oh god.
No, it is not. Luckily, I did check.
No,
but
it
we
does.
are gonna skip ahead at some point.
Okay, yeah. Halfway through, and then the other half is actual
It looks like
story.
actual plot happens. Yeah.
As well as it starts.
The animation's good.
But I still say the following. Those suit performers did not get paid enough.
You don't wash the dishes.
It just hurts to see this suit. Is it
I
just this
know.
suit? No, there is other suits later. Okay.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
I wonder what kind of animation they used for her back
Could have
legs.
been worse. They could have had a celestial one.
Because those back legs.
No, because they needed half that body hunched up in that. No, think about it. Think about this. Those are obviously somebody's legs. And then, where's the top half going to be?
Mostly in the head.
Exactly. That top, they're scrunched up in that head like a freaking. Who knows how they're in that head right now?
Yeah, their bust is in the head.
Yeah, that is such nightmare.
And then Rainbow Dash suddenly falls through the ceiling.
It's something where if they have any facial expression kind of thing, they could do it with their hands. But there's nothing on the suit to do that.
Yeah,
I don't even think you can wiggle those ears with your hands.
I don't know.
That would actually have been pretty cool if they pulled that off, but.
So no, this is just.
What is that?
What did you? What? Do you just let your arms hang at your side, or are you?
I don't
holding
know.
the head with it to help you maneuver and do the swings.
I think they're holding onto the head with some bars or something. They're just like they got their hands in the air. They're just like waving it around while they're bouncing up and down.
No, it's probably actually bars are probably correct, but it's probably holding on to the rear actually.
Yeah,
To make
that
sure
would
that
make
stays.
Otherwise, it would be.
Just the plane, Twilight. That wasn't the Wonderbolt.
You know.
Because if you leave
Well, they
that
can be
if you leave
folded
that
in by the
freely
ear.
swinging, there's a good chance that it could with the fast movement that it could completely swing away.
That would probably be funny as all out. My ass is out of control.
Oh, there's the song.
I have no control.
Yeah, we're right
of
behind
my
you.
ass.
We're right behind you. We're right behind you, Twilight. Don't worry. Yeah, let's go.
I don't know how to walk down these stairs. I'm just waiting for her to drop down the
Twilight,
stairs.
easy.
One step at
Yeah,
a time.
me too.
Just use your back legs. That might help you.
Okay.
This isn't the original.
All right, we're gonna just jump ahead a bit.
Oh,
no.
I feel
Don't
sorry
worry,
for
Gabe,
these
I wanna try
two.
too.
You haven't been able to fly since you hurt your wings pulling that crazy stunt last month.
So this is the explanation for why she's not flying right now. Her wings are broken.
It's not the only body part that's broken.
The voice acting is interesting.
Tip-top shape in time for the gala. That may be true, Rainbow Dash. But
Mommy, can I have one?
Your team in Ponyville is working hard to
Wait,
complete
one
their
wing is stuck in the up position, one
Pennywise,
wing
get
is
the
stuck
balloon out of the way.
horizontal.
Well, they're broken. Remember,
halfway
she
wing
hurt her
blower.
wings.
is our team organizer, and she's dependent
Yeah, that's a good way of saying she can't fly in this. Because she had her wings.
Applejack, the cable guy.
at the end of fall. Oh yeah? Well, come the end of
That's it. We're gonna start headbutting each other till we win. Wham, wham, wham.
All we can
Applejack,
do is
no,
headbutt. We
no,
can't even
White
point
Phoenix,
with our hooves.
White Phoenix, you have shown the
Alright,
critical error. Applejack has no hat.
Yeah.
It's called the Whirl
0 out of
building.
10.
What world is this?
I have been looking all over for the both of you.
There's only one location, Twilight. I don't think you can see anything in that costume.
Twilight, I'm gonna prove to you.
That's what I
Look at her
said.
cutie mark. It's not even accurate.
On my own.
Oh, even
Well,
the
that is a
babies are
kick.
terrified.
Waiting for an adult to start crying.
I'm waiting for an adult to say, I need an adult.
Fall is almost over.
I like the background, by the
All
way.
right,
Just
we're
paint a
gonna
rainbow and
skip
call it
ahead to
Ponyville.
the
nice
some of the
foliage.
animated
Oh,
segments.
no. They pointed
Yeah,
out
it's
a
a
thing,
single
now I can't
file off
unsee
the-
it.
off
Yeah,
the stage.
isn't the orientation
If you can
of
find the ramp
Twilight's just a
down.
little
Be
off
careful-
because
be
isn't
careful
one of the
down the
stars
stairs.
more straight up?
I feel sorry.
I try not to
get
think about that.
The performance.
Like, get me out of here.
I'm not looking for accuracy here at this point.
Again, let's watch it again.
Oh, I'm looking for
Shut up.
self-entertainment.
Okay, guys, I think we
value.
did it.
Can I watch it again?
No!
Please?
Just get out there and see if she unpossessed bright idea.
Alright, I am gonna get on out of here, y'all.
Hey, want to do a
See
quick
you,
shout out
Ricky.
before you go?
Shout outs to Double Rain happening. Let's freaking go.
All across the sky. Double rain all across the sky. We will not
Two,
allow another
three.
prompt of rain. Here we go.
Alright, talk to y'all later.
Are you guys okay? Did it affect you in any way whatsoever?
Not that I can tell.
My flank itches. But I feel fine.
Yeah, it was more funny than horrible. I mean, it was horrible, but we haven't had a laugh like that in years.
Haha, you got that right, bro.
Wait, are you two saying I'm not funny?
I wouldn't say that.
I plead the fifth. But yes.
Well, now that that's done, it's time that you three learn the truth.
The truth about what? And when are you gonna unpossess our
Hey,
friend?
Brony.
Tell me, why did you come to Equestria in the first place?
It's a bit hazy. But I remember us making a deal with the studio to record commentary on older episodes of MLP to get a fan perspective or something for a Blu-ray collection they were making. In return, we'd be written to the show as background characters.
There were 4 of us at first, and then a new guy was sent after one died.
Died?
Yeah, newborn kitties was too much for him to handle. Then another guy left to be a director, and then another one left to get married to a TV cyborg thing, which led to the other. Wait, who was
How's
the
it
last
here?
guy that left?
I think his name was Fred.
Yeah, what happened to Fred? I think he owed me some money.
You're both idiots.
I mean, you're not wrong. I will.
Okay, she went from bright to brighter. What is going on?
I was not expecting this to happen today.
Listen to me. The studio has been lying to you since day one.
I'm sorry, what?
They aren't going to send you home.
Okay, I'll bite. Explain.
They're making you watch these movies until you break. Once that happens, you'll be nothing but a mindless puppet that will do their bidding for the rest of your lives.
So let me get this straight. You're
Why is
saying...
she so happy about that? Why is
Wait,
she so
why?
happy?
Why is this
This is
happening in part 2 when it was referenced in part 1?
Actually, I think they might
Or
be.
is this a different thing?
Hold on, let's see what they say. They may actually make mention of that.
That this whole thing was a conspiracy?
Exactly. They aren't going to live up to their promises, nor do they plan to send you back to your dimension. They're slowly torturing you mentally without you even realizing it.
Really? And how do you know all this?
Because I am also from the human world.
Yeah, this was from part.
What?
This was from
My
earlier,
name
wasn't
is
it?
Whirl.
So did your
It might have been in the
parents-
early version of this, but you know.
You had me worried for a second.
Listen, I'm trying to save your.
Oh, maybe this was. Maybe the part 2 was just to. You know. Hold on. Let me bring this up a bit. I'm just gonna let. We're gonna let this play out a bit while I look at the description.
Yeah.
Alright, Whirl, explain everything to us.
5 years ago, I made the same deal with the studio. Once it was struck, they sent me to this dimension. But unlike you, I was sent here alone. As I watched each movie, I found it to be easy at first, but then I started to notice something was
Yeah, I don't
wrong.
know.
What happened?
It is exactly
Each
what they
thing
mentioned,
they
but
showed me just kept getting worse, and not in the typical way.
What do you mean?
I mean that it was so unbelievable how bad.
Actually, the thing is, I know that this is from earlier because this isn't earlier. It's a rehash because they actually have the same posters from the last part in the background. So it's like they're rehashing the same plot line for some reason.
Stuff was.
Okay, so the reason for some of this,
The characters were not.
Yes.
because before they decided to end it, they probably had this as a storyline going through the original, but then re-edited stuff to have a better ending.
Okay, Whirl.
Actually, in fact, thinking about it, I think the Whirl thing happened earlier, and that was when they had a different crew. And
Calm down now.
I'm sorry.
So this is them trying to end and tie up loose ends.
So worked up remembering the torture they put me through.
It's okay, just relax.
You're going to be okay. Now keep telling us what happened. How did you realize they were trying to break you? Was it just because of the quality?
No, it's not just that. They made me watch the same things over and over and over again, constantly. They claimed it was to get more variety of comments, but I found that hard to believe since they wanted dry reactions to begin with.
That actually kind of makes sense. If I was forced to watch Princess Promenade more than once...
Promenade.
I'd go insane after seeing how horrible that was.
It's just a silence.
Then came that day. I was doing a regular assignment, and the movie they showed me was horrible. Unlike anything they had showed me before. I barely got through the hour and 12-minute film, but when I did, the movie started up again.
So? Isn't that normal? You said they made you watch the same things more than once.
They did, but not 7 times straight. Even after watching it once, I couldn't take it anymore. It was then that my mind was close to breaking.
Did they do this on purpose?
No, they claimed it to be an accident.
So I kind of fell asleep at my desk, thus activating the loop function on the movie, which is why you watched it 7 times straight. But I swear, it was an accident. You understand, right? I mean, years from now, we'll be laughing over this over a glass of Guinness and some party peanuts, right? Right? Can I mention I like your look? The whole hoodie over the head, shrouding the face of mystery, really brings out your monotone colors. Anyway, you understand, right? I mean, this could happen to anybody. I mean, I know we make you watch the same thing more than once on every recording we do with you, but I swear, this time, it was different. I did not mean for you to watch that movie that many times. I mean, you understand, right? Okay, so here's what we'll do.
We're gonna go to the next part. Yep, other side of part 2.
Here we are.
Looks like we have the whole theater to ourselves. Again, questioning how this place stays afloat.
Let's just see what movie we're watching.
This is kind of funny because apparently they don't do pony videos.
Like the
They're
Beatles,
doing
but
other
it is not.
weird ones.
What?
It is like the Beatles, but because of commercialing, it is not.
Okay, that was awesome. I actually like that.
It makes me sad looking at crowds.
Oh man.
By the way, that other video was an hour long, so that's why we skipped a bunch of
As
it.
opposed to a dead legend.
Oh, the Whirls!
Whoa, 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 whoa. It sounded like he had to read very quickly.
Unfortunately, Bernie Rubble could not make it.
Oh!
What?
They can see you do this.
Is that a milkman's van?
This is so dumb! This is so dumb!
They certainly have get up and go.
Please get into another one and then go into a boat.
They weren't impressed with the first 3.
Rut one.
All you need is cash.
Monty Python.
Is this a thing made by the Pythons, or is this just
That's a race car driver.
You know what? I'll do some research here.
This looks familiar, but
Oh
I
my
don't think
God!
it
This is from 1978.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is Eric Idle, right?
The Whirls were a rock band that performed visual and oracle pastiches and parodies of the Beatles. The originally fictional rock of band
Created by Eric Idle.
by Eric Idle and Neil Leanese, yeah.
Okay, they're called the Ruddles because apparently the comedy show it was originally on was called the Rutland Weekend Television.
Yeah.
Liverpool people can take a joke. There was this one comedian once.
Oh my God, they were actually active from 2002 to 2019.
So we could get away.
They actually made a movie in 2002 for DVD called Ruddles 2 Can't Buy Me Lunch.
Those rabbits or those mummies?
Paul is not dead.
A hard day's rut.
A hard day's rut.
It must be love. Name's Ringo.
This is so stupid.
Just
Of course it's stupid. It's meant to be a
Beatles
parody.
cover band that changes all the words in just the wrong ways.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Apparently the Ruddles actually got on to early Saturday Night Live in 76.
We'll pretend that never happened.
That does not surprise me. It's Saturday Night Live in its early years.
But that's so wild.
What's amazing about this is, like, this actually has celebrities. Like, look, it's Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger.
Burn the Ruddles.
Run, reporter, run.
Is that the guy from the Carry On films?
That's Eric Idle from Monty Python.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew I remembered him. Voice was
Alright,
unmistakable.
Look at that nice bush in the background.
Okay, apparently the Beatles were actually, some of them were actually involved with this, and they liked the band well enough. The thing, except Paul McCartney apparently had issues until he found out somebody else was involved with it, and he's just like, oh well, okay, then I'm good with it. So yeah, that's kind of funny.
There's Fred Flintstone.
Speaking of which, I recently, a few months ago, or no, actually a year and a half ago, I bought the Monty Python and the Flying Circus collection, which is all their televised episodes.
Nice.
I love the level of detail that they put into this. Like, one of these guitar players are left-handed.
It really is pretty good of a parody. Apparently they even hit a little close to home on some of the down parts for some of the Beatles. Which kind of, you know, is kind of one of those moments.
Goosty. I think they can do wrong.
It's so weird seeing concerts during this time of social distancing.
Yeah.
God, that tells you how old this is, isn't it?
Oh wow, yeah.
Indeed.
He just does a silly walk.
Comes from the Ministry of Silly Walks.
Yes.
What?
As opposed to a bright cellar.
He was always very interested in youth clubs, Boy Scouts, that sort of thing.
Alright, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit here because we only really got 10 minutes left of the show.
That means we still have at least 2 more episodes to check out.
We got 4!
I'm afraid of the things in.
I was being.
You'd think
I
they'd
did
have
say.
emergency lighting or something.
Hold on, I got a light.
Ah! Oh yeah, I forgot my flank could do that.
Wait. Your butt tattoo lights up? How does that even work?
Hey, I'm as surprised as you are when I first found that out. It just works. Don't question it.
Wait, editor, how did you find this out?
Oh.
Hey, what's the butt idea?
It's
You know, I just that is just beautiful.
My God.
That's a perfect way to pause on that.
What's the butt idea?
It looks like part 3 was a little bit more calmer in the distance department. Let's see here. But yeah, there's a lot of this, so that you're gonna get ready. If you're gonna do this all in one sitting, get ready to spend a day on this. In other words, don't do this in one sitting, unless you're crazy.
Got it. Do it in one sitting.
What the horsey hell just happened?
What the human hell just happened?
Wait.
It looks like
You know what? I'm gonna have to start using that swearing now.
Good observation, Cruiser. Next, you'll be telling me the sky is blue.
Where are you three?
Over here. Follow our voices.
Okay, what did you three do this time?
We didn't do jack squat. Yeah, we really had nothing to do with this. It looks like just some regular power outage.
Ugh, damn it. Finster, did you hear all that?
Yeah, and unfortunately, it disrupted the recording connection as well.
Wait, does this mean...
It deleted the audio that was being recorded, which means you're gonna have to watch it again.
Evan, will you just relax?
We seriously gotta do it again? There's only so many times I can do things more than once.
Well, there's nothing we can do about it. We're just gonna have to wait it out and hope the power comes back on soon. Finster, I'll call you back when things come back on. Well, seeing that there's nothing to do, I'm just gonna go take a nap in my office. Could you guys let me know when the power comes back on?
Yeah, no problem. So, how do we kill time?
Well, my head is itchy. We can scratch my head.
Yeah, no. Here's a better idea. Scratch my head. And brush my mane.
I wonder if Bright Idea the editor and that Moose left their theater yet.
Who gives a shit?
Well, seeing as we aren't doing anything anytime soon, might as well go check up and see if they're okay.
Yeah, alright.
Hey, get back here and brush my mane, damn it!
Guys, can you see anything?
Tell me I'm pretty.
Nothing but our apparently visible eyes.
Oh, I like this Fluttershy
Just
dolls.
use your magic. The aura should light things up.
And
I
then...
said turn on your magic.
User, my magic aura is black.
Oh yeah, right. Wait, I think I got a lighter.
You don't smoke. Why do you have a lighter?
Because I'm not the type of millennial that lights up a damn concert with their cell phone. Or horn. I really wish I was still at villain stock right now.
Wait, what was that?
Boys.
That is what we call a light, Zach. It's probably an exit sign.
One that is trying to get our attention?
That's what they do.
Come over here.
And is telling us to come inside?
Yes, it's a world of magical ponies, Zach. Anything is possible.
Let's just go in the theater.
Where are we right now?
In the back of the theater. Duh.
Where?
It's good to see you again. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Who the hell are you?
Don't you recognize my voice?
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Yeah.
I think you have the wrong ponies. Are you here for Bright Idea? Sorry, but your pony's in another theater.
Guys, it's me.
Yeah,
Well.
that truly simplified things. How are you doing, me?
Guys, it's Whirl.
What?
I guess you remember me now, huh?
Okay, 1, we never seen what you actually looked like.
Fair enough.
2, what happened to your voice?
I don't know. Maybe it's due to that possession spell or something.
Wait, how does that work?
Why are you here? How are you here?
Yeah, I can imagine you guys have a lot of questions.
Also, I find it
Like,
funny that
who
Evan's
was I
just
and
black.
how were you three into a more secluded location where we wouldn't be disturbed?
So you turned off the power.
Indeed. I did it so no pony could see me moving around. I can't be detected, you know.
Don't you think that's a bit excessive?
I know, I should have warned you guys that I was coming, but I didn't know how to contact any of you.
Where have you been all this time?
Around? Mainly away from town. Listen, I'd love to catch up with you three, but there is something I need to know. Did you guys get the information?
You mean the information on how the studio sent you, Zach, and Evan here?
Yeah.
The same information you hope to use to get you home after realizing the studio really planned to keep you here forever and show you movies until your mind breaks.
Yes?
Well, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is we got the information.
I can't believe it. You three did it. You actually did it. We have a chance to go home. You have no idea how happy I am.
Waiting for the
Count your chickens before they hatch, because there's also the bad news.
Bad news? Bad news?
Is anyone else wondering why Whirl has a lantern?
Cruiser, what is this bad news? Please tell me it's very light bad news!
Evan, you know what the bad news is.
No, I seriously don't. I don't even know what that stack of papers that you gave her was.
Cruiser, he wasn't here when we found out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Listen, why don't we go to the lobby and discuss everything? There's more space and light out there.
Is it going to be safe? I don't want to get caught.
Don't worry, Miss Biz is asleep in her office and the power outage cut all ties with Finster. We should be okay.
Well...
I'm sure that's safe.
It is.
Any idea what that says?
Apparently there is a way to translate
9.
that.
3 years of learning Spanish. Should have paid attention.
Spanish? What are you... Oh... I think
just
seems simple enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently we saw another video.
In a galaxy far, far... Oh, wait,
Oh.
wrong series.
I've seen that language.
Huh. There's
But
usually
I
a build
found-
up to the title.
that's
Yeah, I wonder why it didn't...
Oh, no.
It's from a space game.
What? No, I'm not dealing with this
And
again. No!
The group I
No, I
have
wanna...
interacted with
Okay, wait,
using
this
that.
looks
We
even
refer
more
to it as
different than what we just saw.
cosmic.
Oh, no! Is this Pony Rugrats or something?
Yeah, this is basically
Actually,
Pony
I think I
Rugrats.
still have the
What's with their faces? What's wrong with them?
But she wasn't
Everything.
Unitolog font
What?
from Dead Space.
Sister with her. Isn't that wonderful?
I am the devil.
Yay! Yay! Wonderful!
If you insist.
Sure. Wonderful.
Fun horror.
You
Is Chili a Funko Pop? Like, what the heck?
1635
What, if you have a
is about the next
Zach,
animated
Zach,
thing.
Yeah.
Zach,
Yeah,
I think
that-
Scootaloo's
we're not
gonna
gonna
be
see
the best
all of
thing
that.
for us in this whole
So you get a
episode.
general
I mean, I
idea of part
Is there
3
such
here.
thing as the best thing?
And
Let's get to bright ideas.
Let's get a bright ideas part 3. Yeah, we're shotgunning this a little bit here at this point, but we're actually don't have a lot of time left for the show today. By the way, if it isn't obvious, even though it's kind of funny, there's in a video section.
This is the video segment.
Yeah.
Did it?
Nice work, editor.
E equals MC, simple as pie.
Looks like they're back on the trail of the
Ruddles.
No.
Ruddles, yeah.
Wrong banks.
You're down by the bayou. You're gonna be looking out for the crocodiles.
Just skimming
way down
along.
in
It
the
does look
bayou.
like there is a little bit of
Yeah, that's
something
it. I
right at the
alright.
way end.
There's a crocodile
Yeah.
going right before you.
Hey, it's Pinky's cousin.
Ha Fun joke.
What kind of pie? Apple pie?
I don't care, as long as it's in pie shape. Oh,
It really makes me want to do like a mystery science theater thing as well.
Railroad, all for 30 years.
I wouldn't mind being a part of that.
Hey, Spring, I made you a pie.
Always. Anything story related would be near the end.
We wouldn't do we wouldn't do a story. We would just do the hat joking around.
But it's still fun seeing Aaron idle.
Pulling orange peel?
Orange peel?
Got lemon pie and orange peel. Very zesty.
I thought we made a overlay for something that had the
I'm sorry, why are
theater
we-
chairs and a couple of
I forgot
heads.
why we're here.
We had
Was
this
that
one.
for the old video segments?
We did actually. We did have that. It was just me and Hypermark, but it did have us as old heads, and we were using it as an attempt to edit the early episodes to make them viewable on YouTube, and then it just kind of dropped it because, yeah.
Oh.
And when it started to be an issue here, I did the curtains up front just so Second had something so you didn't have to look for it.
Yeah, it just kind of became a mess situation at one point.
Grammar right there.
Yeah, I was mostly just trying to figure out why did I remember for one of the Brony Show artworks it was the shadow chairs in the front kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, trying to get the archives uploaded makes sense.
Yeah, it was really awesome too. We were going to add the other co-hosts as the episodes went on when they became a part of the show. And then, it was an awesome idea in practice, but it would have just required a lot of editing and time. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I got a combination of ADHD, laziness, and hard and too many projects. Like a little bit of everything going on at once. It makes it hard.
Too many plates.
Too many irons.
Yep.
Too many fires in the iron or whatever.
I was just thinking spinning plates.
That too. A little bit of everything.
Jeez, it's the cops, run!
You're never gonna give me a live cop house.
Wait, what?
So,
Looks like they're having a stare down.
is this before the Pythons were the Pythons, or is this after the Pythons being a thing and
I like to say
them
before,
doing a bit of
after,
live
but-
TV shows? Because I thought that
if you don't focus on their faces too often, it just looks like a load
I
of
thought that
Slender
yes,
Man
it
type
was
characters.
something like
Kind of.
It does.
one comedy troupe and another comedy troupe, and they meshed together and made the Pythons.
Is this a group photo or a selfie?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to find something about the pythons, but all I'm getting is snakes.
Monty Python, also known as the Pythons.
Oh!
They were formed in 1969.
So it was probably about the same time, really.
Okay, it was around the same time then, okay.
Yeah, known as the pythons. Okay, fair enough.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm referring to it as Pythons. This is the style of comedy they did, and we've had Eric Idle here.
Well, looking at this, the Ruddles were made in 1975, so they were after the Pythons.
Okay, so
Well, it was after the python started, but Flying Circus was 69 to 74, so yeah, I guess that's when.
This was the next project.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was right, it was after.
Greatest interview ever.
That is all. Thank you. Bye. What?
Wales?
Those don't look like whales.
That's Turkey.
Well, they got Mounties right. Oh my.
That's terrible, that is. You get a garter belt and saying you want a rut.
I mean, it kind of works.
Alright.
I mean, that works,
Quick
but-
jump ahead here.
Just in a spooky, clearly not haunted theater that employs ghosts. Okay, where is that banging coming from?
What is that? Solid plastic?
Again.
Huh?
Go.
Ah! Zach, this isn't working!
One more time.
We did it! It actually worked!
Time to celebrate just yet.
Oh, that poor llama.
I want to be a space llama and grow turnips on the moon.
Why is the glow stick explode? Wait, what was that frame?
Go back! Second!
I wasn't paying attention, I'm not gonna lie.
On the moon.
Alright, stop.
Okay, calm down. I got the carrot approach. Okay, choose your next path. So I'm guessing that these are these parts.
Yep. Basically, either part 3 of this or part 4 next go round.
And it looks like this one, the part 4 of Mystery Pony Theater, is literally all animated.
This is not good. Cruiser, do you have any ideas on how to get out of this?
I'm thinking.
I don't know what to do. This wasn't supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to end up like this.
Wait, what do you mean by...
What is going on here? Who is that?
Cruiser, idea, now.
Kevin, shut up. I'm thinking.
What is going on over there? Power's back on. Breaks over. Back to theater. Movies to watch. Now!
No!
Oh, fuck this. Wall of death!
Wall of
death?
What are you doing, you idiot? Get off me!
I could use some help here.
Freeway! Off me now! You'll
Freeway.
be sorry! I swear to the Sun Princess!
Is this what power outages do to ponies?
I got it. Zach, go long.
What?
No, stop!
I got her, guys.
I am going to kick all of your asses!
Yeah, well, I'm the horse with the blade for it, so holy shit. You should let your mane down more often, Miss Biz. You actually look kind of hot.
Everybody stop! Let's just calm the hell down. Biz, are you okay?
Does it look like I'm okay?
Jeez, I'm just asking a question. You don't have to give me attitude.
Why? Why would you do this to me? After everything I did for you three, I gave you a job. I gave you hospitality. I let you watch movies here for free.
Oh, don't you pull that hospitality crap on us. We know what's really going on here.
What?
Finster, we know you've been lying to us.
Wait, what?
And we know Miss Biz was in on it too.
What?
We know you plan to keep us here forever. You plan to show us more and more of these movies until we became nothing but mindless zombies that you plan to use to take over the world's largest supply of ice cream.
The last bit was not there.
What?
Oh, yes. And then you wish to move on to chewing gum, followed by potato chips. And then, then, you plan to use those resources to make a giant robot suit made of snacks to...
Evan, what the actual hell are you talking about?
Finster's plan.
That is not Finster's plan.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. Finster's plan?
I'm seriously lost right now.
You see that mayor over there? That's Whirl, and she told us everything. We know about the horrible things you did to her.
And you won't be doing the same to us. We are going to spoil your plans to brainwash us and actually,
what else?
What's your plan?
Yeah, what was their plan, Whirl?
I don't know. They never told me.
Did you not hear everything I just said?
Okay, I have a few questions here.
No, I will ask the questions here. What color is my underwear?
You don't even wear pants.
You shut your pie hole!
Evan, will you stop yelling? You're making yourself look ridiculous. Even more than usual.
Okay, stop. Just stop. First off, let's take a moment to be serious. No jokes, no references, no shenanigans, nothing. Secondly, you keep saying plan. What plan are you talking about? I don't even know what that means. And thirdly, most importantly, that isn't Whirl.
I'm sorry.
What?
What?
He's right, boys. That isn't Whirl.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, don't you try and pull that trick on us.
We know what Whirl looks like. I mean, she isn't even that color.
Yeah, not to mention she... Wait. You. Do you know Whirl? Guys, whatever you do, do not give her that diamond!
Oh, here we go. The part where he tries to scare us with more lies. Why not play along and have some fun? Why shouldn't we, Finster?
And that's what you'll have to find out for yourself. Ha ha!
Yeah! Suck it!
No, seriously,
don't
I
suck
don't.
it,
I
but-
look at the...
Finally.
Wait, are we back with the Ruddles or are we on something different?
We're back with the
No,
Ruddles.
it's not the Ruddles.
It looks like a lot of Bright Ideas was Ruddles with side content with Mr. Brony Theater.
Everybody sing
I'm
along.
gonna guess this has something to do with the Rift stuff that I don't know about.
Yeah.
This is more, this is more the Rift style of stuff, but it does add in little extras here and there with the...
That guy in the hat, is that even a real
So was the
human?
Rift just a bunch of different YouTube groups being
Yeah,
willing
he
to
looks like a mannequin.
He looks like
reference
one
each
person
other in
that
different
Ricky's jaw
ways,
was
kind
just-
of
Oh, you're
thing?
talking about the Rift Cafe?
He does that.
The Rift Cafe is a whole nother kettle of fish, and I could actually bring on Looney, who's in charge of the whole thing. He's the dork I talk to every Sunday when we meet up for lunch.
That's what happens when you
Nice.
do
Oh, I
the
just know that
perfect
I
amount
know
of tea. You hit
nothing
tea
of
nirvana.
the rift in the YouTube spaces this way. I
Ri-
know
it's
of
complicated.
the Rift Cafe, but I thought that was.
Well, I think the Rift and the Rift Cafe are kind of the same, but maybe not. I don't know.
I'm waiting for one of them to accidentally eat a bubble.
Who can be mad
Yeah.
when there's bubbles?
That one fish from Finding Nemo is extremely
So I
happy
thought-
right now, and he doesn't know why.
Bubbles!
The Rift Cafe did a big
Life.
fundraising thing a while back, and
Am
I
I
thought
hearing
that
life is
they
the meaning of
ended
life?
up doing
Yeah,
like
life
a
is the meaning of
mini
life.
con kind
Love
of
is the
thing.
meaning of life. Life is the
Yeah.
meaning of love.
I think the Rift
My
is
new
essentially
philosophy.
the quote-unquote
Life is life,
virtual
love
meetup point,
is
and the Rift
love,
Cafe is just one of the
fortitude is a
big
number.
locations that people tend to jump into, but there's also like Rift City, The Void, Secret Rift, Mjolnir. You know, everybody's got to have their own special club here and there.
Wait, Mjolnir? They go to the hammer?
Please tell them all.
It's a place called Mjolnir. I don't know anything else about it. I literally just pulled up a map of this thing.
They go there to get hammered.
But yeah, I think at the moment the Rift Cafe is one that's still pretty active for the most part.
Always emotionally involved with them. He had far less
he
to
was
do
in the
once
shot.
they ceased touring.
It was Leggy.
Of course,
What?
he had
Watch
other
it.
artistes, the Machismo brothers, Arthur Hodgson and the Kneecaps, as well as the French Beach Boys, Les Garçons de la Plage.
Rift Cafe.
His decision to put
Rift
money
Cafe.
into
Alright, so what is this? White Phoenix, like I said, this is a once again, this is the other part of the Mystery Brony Theater, Whirl's Incarnation 5-part, 2-pony series that is hours long, and we're just giving little teasers
The
here.
Rift Cafe is what they're asking about.
The Rift Cafe. Oh, dear world. That one's gonna take a whole nother. That would take an hour to explain. Best way to put it, it's basically a hub point for a lot of bronies to come together to talk about, you basically do collaborations together. Though I heard there is talk about them expanding to like furries and animators, and basically it's an excuse. It's an excuse to allow for collaborations without making it so that people can just do things together. Ultimately, that's what they're going. But anyway, I think at this point we kind of we've burned out for the moment here. That's the part 4 of Whirl's Incarnation is all about the riddle-ins till the end of that. Then of course there is still the part 5, which is about to come up, which will end up both of it. Yeah. Is it a channel? Yeah, it is partly a channel. There's a lot more than just a channel. It's got not just a channel. It's got web pages. It's got its own Discord. There's a bunch of other channels that elaborate into it. It's an idea with a channel.
It's like one of those
channel
shared
imagery.
lore things.
Yeah, it's a shared lore situation. It's hard to explain without really going into in depth, and unfortunately, we need to start wrapping up for the evening here because it's crazy, but it actually has made some really interesting things, and a lot of the people that are involved with it are still pretty passionate and want to expand on it. So you know, all things considered, you know, they still really love it, and it would be fun to talk about that at some point. I think. In fact, maybe I will. Maybe I'll talk to Looney about it. See if he can give me some idea of where to get for resources and to really,
So I didn't realize what the title card for this episode was, and now I understand Creature's message the other day so much well. So much more.
His message the other day?
Must have been talking about private DM.
In here, or if it was over in Cole's server.
Well, either way,
But it was talking about it was talking about a derpy boru tag.
Oh yeah, it would have been Cole's server.
It's a fun tag.
I didn't see it apparently, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and. All right. We gotta wrap it up here. We're late. We're running way late. It's time to wrap it up. Let me cut through the segues here, please. So we're not gonna do a closeout song, unfortunately. So we're just gonna wrap up as is. But let's let everybody else get their shout out in so we can finish up finally. Crazy my captain.
Fires, explosions, false events, or yell your own things. Thursday cruise probably doing vintage story. I will not be there.
All right, DM21.
Alright, have a great week. Stay healthy and.
Textalion. Oh, sorry.
But before that, remember the fallen.
All right, Textalion now. Textalion. All right, Tokoi then.
Thank y'all. We'll be in the VOD stream. Have fun.
Suki of the Taco Sended.
I do stuff. I'm going to bed. Bye.
Alright, and everybody else out there, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of The Brony Show. Tune in on Thursday for the Rainy Crew doing fun games and shenanigans. Tune in on Sunday for Circuit's Gaming Room. We are still working on Power World. Hopefully we'll be able to start cracking through the towers and finally getting through the new content just in time for the new content. And along with that, I'd like to remind you to tune in an hour early on main show days for the pre-show with Coldust and Crew doing pre-show shenanigans and pre-show fun. We also have the after party, which is only live, only on the after the stream, only on our Vaughn. That is the only place you're going to be able to check it out. Also, keep an eye on the Discord. The Discord is a great way if you want to find out about other streams, if, when, and where we start to have them, because I am trying to set up the ability to do more streams. It's just a little bit difficult with having to be an adult at the same time. And along with that, I do want to thank all of our chatters. A special shout out to all of our IRC chatters out there. Let's give a shout out to Crazy Matt Captain for keeping an eye on the chat. Then to Cool Dude, Fantastic Fred, Sonic Fred for 2-1, Techman Tech Sound the second, Vaguely Creepy, and yay, Archivers. I'm not gonna lie, I almost stopped the recording there by accident. But I do want to give a shout out to everybody out there, whether you're watching us on YouTube, Twitch, or however else you may be catching the Brony Show, whether on archives, whether live stream, however you're catching the show, however you're enjoying our shenanigans and catching up with the Brony community. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank every single one of you for being a part of the community, being part of the fun, and letting us know that you really are enjoying the crazy shenanigans even when we go completely off the rails like we keep trying to do today. But it does mean a lot to me that you enjoy it, and I hope it means a lot to you that I really love that your appreciation and your love of the show. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it all up here, and we're going to head to our coffee house after party. So I hope you all have a good night.